Oh my god.
I already up. Oh my god. Eh,
What happened?
Okay. I mean, MVP tagged, like Arcane tagged their first game against MVP. And Cine is not filling apparently. Aww.
Okay, we have Donor versus Employed. Woohoo!
Oh my god, it
What is this?
starts yet
Donor has
again.
7 IS7s, 2 mouse, double to 7-9 of Badger and an STRB.
And for the side of Employed, it's gonna be double normal, double new cheap 10. It's gonna be 5 IS7s, double mouse, triple 260, 1 STRV, and double EVR.
I gotta turn off the music. I had the retarded music on.
Okay. Well, so far it looks like a pretty standard split, although Employed is playing heavy towards the hill. I can see correctly.
Yeah, Ape actually takes 1 from the A6. But Luca does spot 2 IS7s going towards the hill. Let's see on the other side of the map. Ivory just sitting in a passive push, doing nothing, just chilling there. Which is pretty classic from the 1-9 EVR.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard defense from the side of Döner. And I think it's a pretty standard opening play from the side of Employed as well. Like you said, the EBR is trading it out even as well. So, I mean, it's not exciting, not that exciting yet.
It's just classic proc, so.
Yeah, classic proc. And by the looks of it, Employed is not willing to do anything at the moment. Like, they're just sitting on the rails, waiting
For some mistakes, waiting for some
yeah,
reactions, but they're not gonna do any reactions because nothing is going on.
it's just a waiting simulator at the moment. But I mean, at some point, Employed has to do something because it's their attack. So they have to think of something. If I would have to guess, I think it will be the classic 8-9 line play for Employed. I don't think they will rotate back into 1-2. I mean, they could though. Didn't they do it before? I think if I remember correctly, Employed pushed the 1-2 line at some point in one of the procs that we saw from them.
Oh, Big Tinker actually getting spotted on the hill, taking 1 shot from the 279. He should be able to take that info to his head that there's gonna be a 279 on B9.
Did he take a shot from the 279 though? Or
Maybe
was
it's
it like from
STRB.
Abe?
But
Yeah,
still,
because
it's info. Creamy bleeding in the middle for some reason.
yeah. I mean, the mouses shouldn't bleed any HP whatsoever actually, because there's nothing to do, so why peek and bleed your HP? I mean, you have all the info for now that you need. Okay.
Well, 3 minutes and nothing special.
Yeah, there's still not that much action going on. I'm starting to get a bit bored, Passa. Did you really pick the right match? Because I can tell you, at the same time in the Fumes versus Cine game that I'm watching, it's not looking that good for the side of Fumes. Cine actually winning while being 1 tank down from the beginning because they went through the game with 1 tank less.
Interesting.
I mean, at the moment, Fumes is taking all the map control, but still.
I mean, to be honest,
the
the loser of that game has to burst a Donor later tonight.
Yeah, that's the thing I was referring to earlier. So basically, okay, no, I think this game is over for the side of Fumes actually, because they have the much better positions. Yeah, they do have the much better positions. No, but yeah, like I said earlier, the winner of Fumes against Cine is gonna be 3rd place, meaning the 3rd place team plays the 2nd place, the 3rd place from the upper group plays the 2nd place of the lower group, which at the moment is is Employed, so that's arguably the easier,
Who won?
the easier matchup.
Who won? Employed
So-
versus Fumes?
Fumes actually won.
Mm.
They kept the game out because their positions were so much better. Cine had more HP and Fumes played a lot for what they did, but they lost, or Cine lost the map control in the end, so it's gonna be 1-0 for Fumes. But like I said, Cine being one man down, so it's not even. Fumes should put one out, you know, to make it a fair fight. In the meantime, I think there was a rotation from the side of Employed, wasn't it? I think the tanks rotated to middle, or am I seeing stuff wrong? Or did they rotate to 1-2? No, they actually rotated 1-2. Interesting. Well. So it's not gonna be a hill play for the side of Employed. It's gonna be a 1-2 push. That's already happening right now. They're going down the 1-2 lane, and I think they're looking to push or to pressure the middle
Finally.
simultaneously. I don't know if I like this though, if I'm honest.
I mean, it's still classic defense from Donna right now. They have everything on A6. They're gonna spot this and they're gonna start rotating. I don't know why price 9 is going front that fast in a
I mean-
single to 60. Well,
Not only that,
this push is very scuffed actually. It's only 4 tanks and
Yeah.
they're not even grouped up properly.
yeah, not even that, but also Leffy made the mistake that we saw a lot of teams make on proc in this tournament already. He went on the outside of the bush line. He got spotted very early. Where Price, for example, he went in the bush line and got spotted pretty late. But yeah, this is just
This is
scuffed
cooked
because-
already.
Yeah.
They
Nika
never.
even having the shield of Tensov, and he's gonna farm thousands of HP of damage, and yeah. Employed not even committing further, they're just stuck there, they're bleeding. Ivory is spotting it all for the side of Döner. Yeah, this is actually cooked. This is so fucking yeah, and at the same time, like I said, Arcane is stacking against MVP, meaning this is really bad for Employed as well, because that's what we didn't mention. If they lose this game convincingly, Employed, and MVP wins 3-0, like it's looking at the moment, MVP could actually
Make
still
playoffs.
finish second, yeah, and kick Employed out of the playoffs. So that's gonna be really interesting to watch and to keep in mind still, because this, like we said, was not a convincing
First
round
game.
of Employed.
Yeah,
at
this
all.
is not really looking.
They have to log in for the upcoming games. They really have to.
Maybe they're not aware.
Okay. I mean, maybe they will be aware for their defense, yeah. But to be honest, you don't have to be a genius to build up a good defense on proc. Like you just. Do
I mean,
the
still,
internet.
but what the defense Employed were doing on proc was pretty much brain proof, you know, if you know what I mean. If you have a brain, then
Yeah.
you just break it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they will lock in for their defense, and if they will even out proc, because that's what they should do. I mean, winning the defense for dinner is pretty much expected, just because the map is pretty easy to defend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty hard to push, but Employed has to repeat it. Like, Döner won their defense now, fine. If they want to stay in the game, Employed has to do the same. It's gonna be a challenge, first of all. Yeah. And,
All I can say is Luca changed his EBR setup from vents to the low noise.
Ah? Oh my god.
So he's winning now every single game.
Okay. I mean, also Dika not playing the EBR anymore. They decided to put Ivory in the EBR. Dika playing the Betcher, so maybe that's also. Another
I
win
didn't. I
condition
didn't say
for
anything. I didn't say anything about it.
No,
Well,
we're
we have
just
we have some
messing.
we have some end game damage, which might be coming in later in the game, like
Yeah.
later in the match, because the tiebreaker is chosen whether if your fastest attack or the team who did most damage.
Yeah. Also a big, also a really good thing for the side of from the side of Dinner being that this map doesn't have that much water because Richard is playing, and yeah, we know that the combination between Richard and water is not a good one actually. Didn't work out on other maps on the previous match days actually. Okay, but all the banter aside, 1-0 for Döner, and what do you think, Pasta? What are your predictions for this actually?
Donner should win, in my opinion.
Yeah, but what's the score gonna be? Because I don't think we're gonna see a tiebreaker.
I don't
it's
think we're
be
gonna see a
3-1.
tiebreaker. Yeah, it's 3-1. I agree.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be 3-1 for Döner. I don't actually know the maps that are being played today.
It's
Wait.
Proc Ensk region and,
Oh, okay.
and Murabanka. So basically, for Ensk region, it's defender-sided map. So if you
Yeah.
lose both procs, then it's pretty much over for side
Yeah,
of
but
Employed.
again, we have the same issue that we had earlier, or like that we had when we played Ensque, or when Ensque region was played first in this tournament. The EU teams or the EU team having probably more practice on it, so I wouldn't count on Employed on the Ensque region. So I think the one round that Employed is gonna take is gonna be the next proc, the upcoming proc actually, because that's the map where I see them having the most realistic chance of beating Döner actually. At the same time, yeah, it's pretty even for Fumes against Cine. Fumes basically playing the same as Cine did earlier, and Cine playing the same as Fumes did. Because, that's basically how this map is played.
Well,
So
who
both
else is
sides-
teching?
Is there somebody else taking?
Ah.
Oh, yeah. No, nobody else is taking.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say. No, but in the other ongoing game, so I can give you a quick update for the people that are not able to watch. Cine, being the attacking team on proc, pushed the 8-9 line and basically took almost all map control by now. There's only some tanks holding on in 1-2 line for the side of Fumes, and the other tanks are trapped at B89, and it's not looking that good for Fumes actually. I think this might be a loss for Fumes. Also because they lost their EBR, one of their EBRs, and the other one is on a one shot, and Cine has both their EBRs left. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one is actually gonna work out. At the same time, we are going into the second game between Dinner and Employed.
The more
Employed-
important game.
Yeah, the more important game. Employed bringing, what is this? The counting. It's 6 IS7s. It's gonna be double mouse again, one veteran, one STRV, double EBR,
Well,
1279 and double 260.
well, I'm glad they ditched their idea of the Manticore camping strat, which didn't work out at all. Anyway, Donner has 9 IS7s, maybe double mouse STRV and double EBR. So actually Employed is not gonna camp. They're gonna play pretty much passive the classic setup, which is very nice to see, because it doesn't
Yeah.
it means they're not gonna auto lose, because their camp strat
Yeah.
is pretty stupid.
I mean, who would have guessed as well? Like, I think everybody that
Oh, Yay
Yay
feeding
taking-
huge damage
Yay
there.
taking a lot
Down
of damage
down
now.
to one shot. That's gonna be
Yeah,
that's gonna be
really
pretty angry for it. He's gonna get mad for it. I mean, though.
Yeah, but who could have guessed though, right? Like, who could have guessed?
Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed Donner has everything on the K6 at Railway?
Yeah.
No teams do that.
I mean that's also who could have guessed, but I was gonna say, referring to the last prop we saw from Employed, who could have guessed that putting all the tanks at A2 is not gonna work out? This is just way more flexible, and
No, we have a 279E played by Outlaw going all the way up to the A0 top of the hill. He's gonna be the king of the hill.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I don't really like in this from the side of Employed is that they still have too much.
Yeah, they have
on
so
the
many
1-2
tanks on the
line.
1-2, I agree.
Yeah, they have the IS-7, they have one of the 260s there, and they have the
They actually have,
two
yeah,
260s
both
there,
of the 260s are there for
and they
some
have the
reason.
classic STRV and the Badger. So I'm not really sure if they will be able to rotate in time if they decide to push out the 8-9 line, because that's really clutch if the side of Döner has the overmatch in the 8-9 line, because it's pretty much down to a brawl. So yeah. Okay, at the same time.
Well, ideally speaking, if Donor decides to push down 9-0, the Badger can't rotate. The STRV is gonna be very slow and rotates as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Donor is actually gonna be pushing the 9-0 because they're rotating double IS7s from the 1-2 line right now. Dika and Sprite is rotating in their IS7s towards the 9-0 line.
Yeah, it's just the smartest thing to do, because it's so it's so much easier to push out the 8-9 line compared to the
1-2 line.
1-2, because the thing is, in the 1-2 line you can push it out, but you are gonna bleed so much for taking out the tanks, or the tank at A1 and also the tank sitting at A3, B2, B3. So yeah, it's gonna be really hard to push out 1-2, which is why I think pushing the 8-9 line or pushing the hill is just so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Like even if you push it, then like all the A6 tank can just rotate towards A3.
Yeah.
And they just sit there,
Yeah.
hold down, and you can't really do anything to them unless you have the STRV.
You're gonna get spotted so early as well. Like, even if you drive through the bush line, you're gonna get spotted so fucking early. And they have so many, or they have a lot of possibilities to put in damage into your tanks and already put those HP down. So yeah. At the same time, it's actually really close between Fumes and Cine, by the way. There's 49 seconds remaining, and I think Cine is just barely gonna be able to take it, because the last of the Fumes tanks are just now going down. There's only two left alive, and it's gonna be 1-1 actually between Cine and Fumes.
Alright, we have the Donner tanks grouping up on the hill.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 5 IS7s. Sorry, 6 IS7s, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
and also the STRV on the hill.
5 minute
3
53 seconds mark, they're gonna start their push. Let's see how much damage Employed can farm on these guys. But there aren't actually gonna be that much damage being done because they only have 4 tanks on the A6. And
Also,
they
Yapping
still have double
spotting
to...
it.
Oh my god, they actually spotted
Yape-
so late.
Yape just now spotted them, which is so late. It's that's the issue that I was talking about in the first minutes. Yape being on a one shot is so bad for the side of Employed, because he isn't able to take a forward push. He's just gonna get cleared, or the risk is so high of him getting cleared. And so this way, they
How
get
is
spotted so
how is
late.
Outlaw already like 900 HP?
I'm guessing he's angled down. He's not sitting.
He's
far
not
up
sitting
there.
in the right position. Like he should be
Yeah.
sitting like here, where's the ditch is higher.
He should either be sitting there, or he should be tucked in the corner, because the way he's sitting right there, he's angled like downwards, and Abe is just able to farm on him.
Well,
And
he
he
just
also
dies for
angled down.
he just dies for nothing. We don't
Yeah.
and Donner is just gonna take the entirety of 890 for pretty much free. They're Laffy committing in for some reason. There's actually gonna be a repush call coming out from Employed, but Lappy just donates his entire tank because he went in.
What is this?
Wait, what?
What's this repush call though? It's not coordinated.
They're not
Lefty
repushing.
and Nate.
Wait, they're not repushing 890. They're going to the middle. What?
Yeah, Lefty and Nate just went into die. Actually, they just. They
Well,
just,
Lefty just drove over and gave a 1+1 coupon,
Yeah.
and I don't know what that call was.
This is cooked again. Like, what is this mid push even going to achieve?
Nothing.
Well, they're trying to push up. They're trying to pick up Tom Root, but they're gonna bleed so much because they still have the Vivi and the IS7 sitting in 1-2 line, who's able to farm, and yeah, Tom Root is not even dead yet. Tom Root is still alive.
He finally goes down,
He
but
finally dies.
it cost up 5 tanks or something in the entire game.
That's not looking good at all for the side of Employed, because at the same time, MVP won 3-0 against Arcane because Arcane was taking the first 2 games and they lost the last one, so it's already over in this game, and MVP is going to pick up the maximum amount of points, so it's already cooked for the side of Employed.
Employed needs to reach at least tiebreaker.
Ah,
No,
okay,
no.
so-
Their only chance is reaching tiebreaker right now because they're 2-0 down actually.
Yeah. I was like, I was not sure if the tiebreaker is even enough, but
Tiebreaker will be enough, but they are cooked
I
pretty
mean,
much.
they are pretty far off the tiebreaker, to be honest, though. Especially considering which maps are upcoming, because now it's gonna be Ants region, and yeah, we talked about it a lot earlier already. Side of Employed having less experience on these kinds of maps or on this kind of maps, so yeah.
Also, I think Elsk region is like just heavy defender sided map.
Yeah, it is.
Very
It's-
heavily.
I don't really like the map if I have to be honest. I think it's not. It's just, yeah, like you said, so defender sided. The team that has somewhat of a clue on how to build a decent defense will just win the game, and
Damn, Damien doing 5k in his mouse in the middle. What a chat.
yeah, I
It all comes down to Yape becoming a one shot. Because he became a one shot, he can't aggressively or like take a more frontal bush because he's just gonna get cleared and die. And he spots the IS7 push so late. And also Outlaw in the 2790 as well. He was using the wrong position, so he just died without doing anything.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of multiple things. It's first of all them, or the side of Employed, having too much tanks, at least 3 tanks too much in the 1-2 line that should have been on the rails to be flexible and to rotate. Then it's the EBR of Yape going down towards the one shot really early into the round.
And then
And
the
then we
2790
have
playing the
279
wrong
of
spot.
Outlaw, who the thing is, I think what also costs him his HP is the fact that he kept peeking on towards the tanks.
Yeah,
on the,
like if
on
he
the corner.
peeks, then he's not safe. But he kept trying to
Yeah.
peek for damage, which is
Yeah,
not good.
Which is you don't peek in this position. You just sit. The whole reason or the whole thinking behind this position is that you're really hard to take out, and as long as you are there, you are providing somewhat of a crossfire. And if you're not peeking down really early, nobody is going to be able to farm you. The STRV only has cupola shots, which are really tough, which are really hard for the STRV to make it work. And yeah, but also, I mean, I think the game was already cooked at that point, but what was the move, or what was the idea behind the move that Leffy and that Nate did? I don't really
I don't understand it as well. I mean, Nate was already there, so I guess that's kind of whatever.
I mean,
but I don't know about Laffy committing in late. Like it was.
I mean, either you commit to all repushing this, which is somewhat some kind of the only thing you have left to do at this point. But again, you are missing out tanks because you have too much on the 1-2 line. But him going alone, reinforcing Nate, and just dying for free is the worst thing you could have done. But enough yapping. At the same time, I'm still watching the Fumes versus Cine game, who already went on towards N's region, where Cine is the defending team first, and they are actually, or they opted to play really heavy towards the city side. They don't.
That's
have
not
that
really.
much tanks
Yeah, that's not
on
really.
towards the field side.
That's not really common from the defending side to play that much in the city because we have an artillery coming in from the side of Employee.
Oh my god, okay. For the lineups, we have Employed triple E100, we have double IS4, we have, how much is it? 6 IS7s, 1 Clan Wars Chieftain, 1 268, 1 EBR, and 1 artillery?
Donor has
Artillery
four can opener, 2 E100, 4 IS7, 3 279 double E4. They're just completely sitting still. They don't even have an EBR for the recon. They just don't care. They're just gonna sit and end the game here.
I was ready for a lot of tanks, but I wasn't ready for the Conqueror artillery pick on N's region. I have to be honest.
Oh my god, it's gonna crash my game. No. No. Can I?
Asa, what did you do? Yeah,
I can't
you're
exit. I can't exit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you're cooked.
I'm
Yeah,
cooked.
you're cooked.
Oh my god, there we go. I'm free.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, that was crazy.
No, but like, I don't.
Oh, Cookie going down to a one shot already, which is not very nice. Oh, he nearly died there. Holy shit.
No, but like, realistically, I'm always open to new types of technology being tried out by the North American teams who, as we know, are always ahead of the EU meta. But I don't even know whether the Conk is able to shoot properly on this map. I guess on the field, but I'm speechless. I have to admit, Pasta, I'm actually speechless.
Oh, we have a huge shot.
Yeah, we have a huge shot coming out for 200 damage on towards Zika. Oh yes.
268. Huge.
Now he's gonna be on reload for what? 35 seconds? And then it's gonna be another 200. I mean,
Oh, we have a push coming in from Big Tanker. Wait, what is this position from Big Tanker?
is he even?
Oh,
able
he is hauled down here.
Yeah, but
He
can't leave
provides.
and he can't
Yeah,
go
he provides
further.
nothing. Ivor eating a huge shot from the 268.
And, is he even? I don't think he's even able to push up further because he's just gonna drown.
Oh, another 260 from the artillery.
Maybe I was shit talking the.
The
Employed
guy's
too early.
over peeking for like Donner is actually getting baited to Big Tanker's position right now. They're peeking trying to shoot him and they're losing so much HP for it. Dika down to one shot, Ivory down to 1800. They're
mean,
sending more tanks to
I guess the strategy is working out for the side of Employed.
Well,
Just
Big
deploy Tanker
well,
as
Big
the
Tanker
bait.
is doing a huge bait here. He's just sitting. Oh my god, what are they doing?
Doing?
Artillery. Oh my god, 600 damage from the
Okay.
artillery. Okay, it's working. You're cooked. Another shot from the 268 gun. What is Donner doing?
I don't understand as well. I guess that's just the play. You deploy a big tanker at one spot in the map, and they will just overpeak for him because he is the team captain and the in-game leader as well.
What is Abe
So,
doing? Dude,
I don't
what?
get
Abe just dies there. What?
it. Okay.
Artillery for the kill. Artillery for the kill.
Yeah, just gonna die. Oh. AG shot. It was an AG shot missing.
Artillery. Wheel! Oh, there we go. We have the first kill from the CGC.
So, okay, let me get this straight. Turner basically threw away 2 whole tanks
Trying to
just
shoot
towards
Big Tanker, and then they don't even do any damage to Big
They
Tanker.
did zero. They did do 0 to any tank.
And then they
Shoot the
bled.
chieftain?
They bled 9k HP for it.
Bro. Okay, I mean, maybe I overestimated the EU team and I overestimated their experience on N's region because this is this is cooked. I don't even know how Dinner will recover from this because they are 2 tanks down basically. Dika
I
is
mean,
on one
you
shot.
can argue that Employed is also 2 tanks down, considering one is a one-shot EVR and the other is a conk. But anyway, we have employed tanks going into the city, trying to take more of map control.
I mean, I think that's the right decision as well. Although I think they should have taken more towards city.
Well, we have big tanker moving up to a much more frontal position. What a play that was! He just baited the entire donor team just to PK shoot at him, and he got 9k assist or something. We have another shot connecting from the artillery, 350 damage.
Yeah. Also, big tanker bleeding 1k though for his over peak. Also, big tanker was actually able to move up in the water because it's not that deep at this point of the map. So yeah, actually Employed just learned the map and they actually trained by the looks of it, and they tried to improve on it. So yeah. At the same time, I can tell you as well, in the ongoing game between Fumes and Cine, Fumes has just started a triple cap, and I think it's over for the side of Cine. So it's gonna be 2-1. Actually, Fumes picking up the first round on and Squeegee.
This game is still kind of winnable for
it is because
for Donor because big tanker bleeding a lot of HP there.
Yeah.
1.5k, and they still are stuck around the city, around D line, C line.
Yeah. So basically, the whole HP advantage that Employed worked so hard for, or arguably not so hard because they just deployed big tanker as a bait, but still, all this HP
hands off, jump on him. Yape actually getting spotted in this 268. I wonder if he's gonna get killed for this. He bleeds 1k, 1.6k. Okay, he's gonna survive with 1.6k HP bleed. That's not really good. We have another shot, artillery shot. Tons up taking 300 from the artillery. I wonder how much damage the artillery is gonna do at this game, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's so bad. Look what Employed is doing right now. Bean even drowning. I think Bean is drowning.
No, he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. I mean, I don't know though what this pushes from the side of Employed. I think this is really, really bad.
Bro, what the hell is E100s doing? Okay, this is some routing I've never seen before.
I mean, they're not getting spotted for it, so I guess it's good.
I guess it's good, but
I mean, still, what is this push in the water line?
Okay, let's go. The water push is coming in. Price 9 down to a one shot. He's gonna get killed, but the Employed IS-7s has to drive up all the way to the hold down spot. If they sit here, they're just dead men. Like, they need to keep driving. But thing is though, as Abe died in his can opener, it's actually a hold down for Tansup and Luca, which means the entire zero line push is kinda cooked already.
Yeah, like all this good opening I'm speechless again. No, like the whole scenario, the whole good position that Employed put themselves in by.
We have a IS-7 drowning.
Oh my god. Wait, who was it?
I don't know.
Oh my god. No, but like this whole HP advantage that Employed worked so hard for in the beginning of the game, or that they got, it all went down in seconds because of the really bad push that they were doing. Because I don't think pushing the water line is ever the play on this map. And if you're gonna do it, you should do it towards the middle area of the forest, because well, first of all, you are gonna be able to drive not one by one like you will in the water. You can push together, and also because you have the much better positions. In the water, you're just stuck.
You're just stuck there, yes. And like even if you reach the end of the water line to, someone is ear raping, but whatever. Anyways, even if you reach the end of the water line to get to the hold down, there's this position here at the house where you can play as a 279 and you just shoot down on the IS-7s there.
Also, like it's already really hard to take out the tanks that are sitting at C8, C9. Like we saw the can openers. If they shield somewhat properly, it's really hard to take tanks out and to actually pick them up. And Employed has to either push up and blast the tanks at C8, C9 in 1, or just continue driving. But if they continue driving, they will never kill the tanks, and they will always be stuck in the crossfire. I think the water line push is the worst thing that you could have done on this side. But yeah, I mean,
Okay, artillery damage 2.5k plus minus.
yeah,
Plus or minus.
Just like this, the game is over and Employed is out, by the way.
Yeah, Employed is
Right?
out. MVP actually
It's-
make playoff.
Yeah. MVP make playoffs and Döner make playoffs as well, but
Okay, what is your guess? Artillery 2.5k damage plus minus.
minus.
Oh, he did it nearly 3k and he's the third highest damage in the team. Yeah, all these three highest, like all these guys, Incred actually doing 561 to his teammate. But
I
yeah,
mean,
all these
team damage
guys.
is better than no damage, so I don't know what you're complaining about. But no, like although the artillery is somewhat working out, also Yape doing 6.5k damage in his 268, pretty good as well.
Oh, what is this
Um,
shitty color combination I have here?
Stop yapping it already. No, but like, although the artillery pick somewhat worked out, and also the 268 pick worked out for the side of Employed, yeah, their execution, the push in the end was really, really bad. So, yeah, they go out of.
They
the
they bleed 9k at the beginning, all just to throw it away instantly.
Yeah, in their push. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Employed is out. Enough yappage about Employed. After all, they are the ones with a job here, so that's the disadvantage to begin with, because they can't train as much because they have jobs, obviously. So no, but like in the
other game
other
right now.
Fumes against Cine. Fumes actually opting for a pretty hefty city push, and so far it's looking good for them. I think it's not looking that bad, at least.
You can press P and the camera moves smooth.
Thanks for the professional.
Wait, who is the green team?
camera advice.
Fumes is green team?
Green is Fumes.
Green is Fumes? Okay. They needs to be just pushing through. Like they're all stuck on.
I mean, as soon as Gen V dies, basically,
Like
they can just
you
push
see,
the outside.
you see the IS-7 on the.
Oh,
They're just getting flanked there. Hasaka getting set on fire.
yeah, that's really bad. I think they should have committed more tanks towards where Dua and Hasaka are.
Even the STRB is just driving up 5 line and trying to shoot everything. Fumes knows that, and they're finally driving into the city square, but they need to be killing this really quickly.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really hard though to kill it, because they are now stuck in the crossfire, because the E100s are gonna push up from the side of Cine. Nah.
Which
this is
needs to go in and use his HP. He's the only guy with HP on the side of Fumes. He's not going in for some reason. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
They just need to drive in. They're gonna get flanked from the behind. They're gonna get fucked from the railway side.
This game is over, and in the same time they haven't even won the other side yet. By the way,
Oh,
like Tai Lu and Simon didn't kill the IS-7. Tai Lu just killing the IS-7 of Alejo just now. So yeah, this game is over. I think it looked really good in the beginning, but I think the trades that Fumes did, they were really bad in the city, because they didn't take good positions.
yeah. They got all stuck in the the F line.
Yeah,
like-
they got stuck in the F line.
The IS-7 just comes up at F4 and just starts
Yeah.
putting crossfire into them, and they're not still pushing.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think what Fumes should have done is put more tanks, or just hold here with some tanks, put all the tanks or put most of the tanks towards this, and if you have all tanks towards this, you are able to pick up this corner, and you force them into a repush like this.
And then
if
you
they're
can
repushing
push
like
in.
this,
Yeah.
you can either push in like this, or you can flip towards this and kill these guys. And at the same time, your guys that are staying here,
They can
push in.
Yeah,
towards
they
this.
can commit as well. I don't know what
Yeah.
their strength was in that game.
I mean, I think it's just because we also saw the pings coming out from somebody. I think it was just individual misplays. The players not pushing or staying in positions where they shouldn't stay. That's I think what lost them the game, because I can't really see a caller fault in this, because the whole idea of playing City is the right one to begin with. I think that's better, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's now gonna be 2-2 actually. So yeah, and we also see.
Who was the i7
Yeah.
that drowned in the other game? Oh, it was Sag.
Was it? Oh my god, it was sad. It was Bobcat actually. I mean, rip to him, but yeah, who could have guessed that the push there was not gonna work out the way they did it, at least. And from the side of Cine, we actually see Seabass being top damage.
Well,
tanks pretty much doing
well, to be honest,
decent
it's
amount of damage.
their match results doesn't matter for playoffs. It's just seeding. So I
Yeah.
guess they're just testing
mean,
us. But it's kind of matters because you're gonna be bursting
Yeah.
Donor if you lose that
Yeah,
game.
it still somewhat matters, because the team that wins this match is gonna be able to place third, and third spot, as we talked about earlier a lot already. The third place team will play MVP now, instead of playing the stronger team of Döner, which the fourth upper group spot is gonna play. So it somewhat still matters, and also it matters because of the fact that this is an even matchup, or it okay, let me rephrase. This should be a matchup where Fumes is still a stronger team. So they should be able to pick this up still pretty convincingly. And seeing them struggle, I don't know if that's a good thing for Fumes. But
I accidentally ear raped people.
you did? What did you do?
Because
Oh
I
my
pressed
God.
Q and I.
Oh my god. Oh. Well. I'm watching the Discord right now because I'm somewhat looking for some Yapping from the side of Employed, but apparently it hasn't happened yet. I'm kind of surprised, I'm not gonna lie.
Actually,
Yeah,
ear
you're
raped.
just ear raping people is just toxic, right?
No, it's accidentally because I had it off for the other matches and then I turned it back on so I can troll in Apex Clan Wars.
Crazy.
How did no one tell me
Crazy.
this before though?
I mean, I guess nobody's watching your streams. I'm just
No,
too
like
much
people
yet.
in the game, people in the game.
Oh, so your in-game voice chat is
Yeah,
activated.
yeah, I buy in-game put.
Oh my god, man. I mean, I got cooked by one of the employed gamers, I think, the last match day, because the spectator account had voice chat enabled and somebody was yelling in the mic, and I almost fell off my chair because I was so scared. But, yeah, no, actually the game between Cine and Fumes going into tiebreaker, and I'm not sure who is the team that picks sides in tiebreaker. I would guess that it's maybe Fumes, just because they I think had the quicker win on one of the on one of the procs. We're gonna see it in a second. Really important to read the description as well.
Cine attacks, Fumes
Cine
defends.
attacks this. Okay, yeah. So Fumes actually picked the tiebreaker, and it's gonna be Fumes picking defense. Oh my god, I almost readied up an artillery.
Ready it up, ready it up.
I almost readied up my conch artillery on the spectator account. Holy shit! Imagine the scenes. Fumes being able to not being able to win the tiebreaker against Cine because there's a spectator with a
I don't-
C on their side.
It doesn't let you enter the game, I think, if you have 16 tanks readied up. It doesn't let you go in the game.
Yeah, true, because of the level, right?
You just tech out.
Yeah, true. I mean, even funnier, because then I would technically rig the game for the side of Fumes, because we are sitting in the Cine side of the teams, meaning if we take one, we make them instantly lose the tiebreaker. So,
I'm still laughing the fact that he accidentally ear-raped people.
I mean, it was only the employed gamers, right? Or on which side of the teams were you in?
I ear-raped Donner.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's so funny. It's so funny and retarded. I'm so fucking stupid.
It's okay. This
Yeah.
is a highly professional cast. Nothing was unprofessional in this, like this whole duration of the tournament up until now. So
Well,
It's,
well, I don't get paid, okay? If I was getting paid, I would be more
and
professional.
that's a lie. You are getting paid. The 10 bonds, the 10 bonds that Karen promised us, I count that as a payment.
You know, I observed for Wargaming Korea, and then I accidentally alt-tapped on the live stream, and it came on the live stream. And you can see the random browser I was fucking watching on the background.
Oh my god, Pasta, man. You're such a high defense. I think maybe Wargaming should pick you up for the WCI cast, actually. Imagine the scenes if they switch to you and you're just watching some stuff on your phone while the cast is going on, or something like that.
Yo, I got a chicken coupon.
Oh, look.
Discount.
Frodo sent this funny gif in Fine's general chat. Look.
Oh my god, look at what Jonka posted on Pine's politics channel.
Oh, okay. Slow down. Although you're not able to run ads, we don't want to get your Twitch channel banned. Just bringing Junka's name up, I think, might be enough to get your account banned these days. Okay, no, but it's 1 minute 30 left for the tiebreaker game between Fumes and Cine. What's your guess, Pasta? Who's gonna win the tiebreaker? Who's gonna take the third spot?
I have the
and
retarded
play
music turned on
MVP?
right now.
Stop listening to music, man. Tell the chatters or tell the audience. What do you think? Who's gonna pick up the tiebreaker?
It was 1-1 both maps?
Yes, they went 1-1 on Prog and on Nth region.
I'll pick Fumes.
I think I picked Fumes as well, just because of the fact that they are defending and it's Murovanka and it's pretty easy to defend.
Like what Cine was doing on the other games on Wednesday, it was very terrible.
Yeah, it was, but on the other hand, today they looked pretty convincing. I mean, to be honest though, they pretty much did the standard stuff though. On the games they won, they basically just did what Fumes did the game before, and they won the game with that. Because for example, on the Nth region, on their attack, Fumes pushed the city, and it won them the game. And on the Cine attack, Fumes also pushed the city, but Cine anticipated it, and they put a lot of tanks in the city to just stop it. So yeah. Okay, well, enough yapping. We go into the game, into the tiebreaker, and it's gonna be for the side of Fumes. The
This is some
W9
terrible color choices, I'm telling you.
It's fine. The W9 pick from Fumes, the double E5 pick, one STRV, double EBR, double normal or new chieftain, one mouse, and the rest is 260s.
We have 5 IS7, Vivi, double 279, 780, double E5, double STRV, and double EBR. Kinda rare
780
to
pick is actually
see
interesting.
a 780, yeah.
Yeah, the 780 pick is interesting. I'm kind of curious on where the 780 is gonna play, because I'm not really sure. I mean, it is a good tank just because of the alpha it has, and also of the somewhat trollish armor it has. So it's one of the better SMP shop tanks, or maybe even one of the best SMP shop tanks. But yeah, I'm still curious to where he will play. So far, he's going towards the forest in the 780.
I like how no one on Cine has an observer mod.
I mean, yeah.
But anyway,
It's
that
pretty
is one thing.
standard so far. And it's okay. Fumes opting to play really heavy in towards the forest area, but they are pretty stacked there, and they have to be really careful, I think, because the positions that they are in
Right now is not really good. They're like all stuck
Yeah.
in one grid scare.
Yeah, they're grouped up. Like, I think what the play should have been right now is to already rotate tanks out, because now you're just I'm not sure.
For now, it's fine.
Yeah, for now is somewhat still fine, but the thing is, if the side of Cine decides to push up, and they do it smart, I think them being grouped up in one grid square is not gonna be really good.
Oh, apparently, according to the rulebook, there's gonna be a tie-breaking best of 3 versus MVP and Employed for the last playoff spot.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Huh? I mean, well, I guess I should have read the rules as the professional caster.
Well, I didn't read the rules as well, so I don't know.
Well, pretty good. Then even more content for us. So, I appreciate it. But no, so far pretty much
nothing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing going on in the games, in the game between Fumes and Cine. I mean, I don't know why. What I don't understand is why the side of Cine picked 2 SDRVs though. Like, do they have in mind that they are on attack and Fumes is defending? Is this maybe another arcane incident coming up possibly? Because I just think if you are on attack on this map and you are bringing 2 SDRVs, you are already one gun down in a brawl.
We finally have the 2 260s rotating from the side of Fumes, which is very good to see.
Yeah,
because
they're gonna be retaking 1-2 because Cine is actually pushing out or taking control or taking more control on.
Yeah, the 780 drove in E3. The EBR is just driving around there.
Yeah, Dua taking a passive push on the 1-2 line, and he's just gonna be sitting there spotting out Black Rise probably. But yeah, also one of the STRVs is going back to 1-2. Monia is gonna be rotating as well. Fumes.
Bolt starting to bleed. Where is he getting shot from? He's getting shot from the 780. He should be fine now. I think he just overpeaked and took just 1 damage.
Yeah, I think so as well. But
still, nothing interesting going on. 6-minute mark. I think if you ask me though, this right now setup is bad for Fumes. If you ask me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the thing is, they have more tanks on the 1-2 line, the side of Cine, and if they want to, they can just push it out, because the only tank that can rotate back to 1-2 is the 260 of Nexus, and all the other tanks are stuck at E9, and rotating them out is gonna be really hard. So if the 1-2 push comes out from the side of Cine, which is happening right now as well, by the way, or at least Yui is pushing up further, I don't think that's gonna be good for Fumes. I mean, he's bleeding though from aching now in his 279. Nex is missing his shot on the crossing Yui. Well, okay, maybe that's a mistake though from Cine as well, because now Yui is just isolated, and I think Fumes.
I
might
mean,
actually be able
but
to
still though,
repush him.
he can't actually get repushed. Like
I
Fumes
mean, he
won't.
can though, because who's
but-
able to cover Pasta?
Okay, they're actually gonna repush it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's nobody there to cover for him. The SCRV, the M-Mivi, and the 780, they are all committed onto shooting on towards Bolt and Mr. Hood. So the two tanks, the two 260s of Attila and Nexus, are just going to be able to pick up Yui for free. But they are bounced. No?
They should be fine. Dua, I don't think Dua should commit him. He pens HE?
Yeah, he pens 80.
600 damage, that's huge.
He's actually gaming. No, but that's the thing. Now you just wasted the E5 of Yui,
And then-
Fumes retake the 1-2 line for free.
And then there's gonna have to be a reaction coming out from Cine, but the double STRV pick comes to strike again because they can't push up.
Yeah.
And they're very useless. Nico bleeding a lot of HP going out to the ice side. He's gonna die to the STRV, I think. Kiwi actually shooting Meki instead, but it's still like bad for Cine right now. Like
Yeah, it's bad for Cine because the thing is,
it's actually
they have the
yeah.
SCRV on the other side.
It's actually like crazy to me to see Fumes actually repushing 1-2 because like CNET gave up that much information. I didn't realize they gave up that much information to the side of Fumes.
I mean, the thing is, you have the EBR of I think it was Simon at that point who was sitting in a bush. He was sitting in a bush somewhere in the middle, and I think he was the one spotting out the Mivi and the 780 towards playing towards the middle of the 1-2 line. So he was able to. Or I think Fumes were able to read that into realizing that the only tank on 1-2 line for the side of Cine was the E5, and yeah, that's the reason why they just repushed, which is a misplay. And since Fumes is now winning the forest, they're cleaning it up right now as we speak. This is over, I think, for the side of Cine. They don't have time. They can't cap because there's still the SGRV. Both EBRs also being alive for the side of Fumes still. And yeah, I think this one is over.
I think it's just Cine just throwing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not like Fumes did anything special, but it's Cine giving up so much information, I think.
I would even say Fumes did a misplay by committing so much.
Yeah,
to the forest.
they didn't do anything special. Like they did mistakes, but it was like Cine throwing more, I think.
Yeah, like I think committing that much things to such an advanced position in the forest, you just get stuck there. You basically you basically have to sit there because rotating out is gonna be costly, and you most likely can't do it unspotted. So yeah, it's actually not that good of an opening play by Fumes, but in the end it doesn't matter because they pick it up, so they are pretty much guaranteed
Third place.
They are guaranteed third place, so yeah,
they are going to be
the
they're gonna be bursting either MVP or Employed because there's gonna be, as I said, there's gonna be a tie-breaking best of 5, I think.
Yeah, they will be watching now. They will be curious to who's gonna be their enemy in the first game of the playoffs. So yeah, and we can see also the double STRV pick. And although it somewhat worked out for the side of Cine, Neptune and Munya being first being top and third most damage, the rest of the tanks didn't really do that much. We have the E5 of Yui, who was pretty much isolated. He was on his own, and he still did 2k more than the tanks that were actually playing in the forest. For example, Mechi or Alejo.
When I saw the double STRV pick, I thought it was like Cine's just gonna send everything towards the forest. They're just gonna drive over with the heavy tanks, and STRV was gonna just sit on the top and just farm them. I thought that's what they were gonna do, but they just opted to like split and just sit there, which makes the 2 STRV pick very like double STRV pick is useless even if they did a push, in my opinion, but they just made it more useless because
Yeah.
they just opted to do that.
I also still think somewhat that maybe Cine even thought that they were on defense, because um, I don't see a reason for them picking two STVs like you said on attack. I mean, it can work out if you have them set up really well and you're basically just YOLOing, and you have all your other tanks YOLOing the forest, and you have one STRV set up, maybe one STRV on the 1-2 line. But still, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether the STRV pick is worth, especially if you're on attack. You should just pick one more brawl heavy tank, maybe one more IS7, one more 260. Which is able to actually stay in the fight, or actually able to bring his HP into the game. So do you know when the tie-breaking game between MVP and Employed is gonna pop? Do you have any information from Stort?
I'm still asking. It's gonna be best of 3, not best of 5.
Okay. Which is good for the side of MVP, by the way. Best of 3, meaning that it's even easier to win. It's gonna be really small series determining the second spot in playoffs from the lower group.
Anyways, there's just gonna be a little bit of time for pick and ban and stuff, and the best of 3 between Employed and MVP is gonna be getting set up, so it's just gonna be a little bit of break time for us, for everyone who's watching.
More yappage time, but what are we going to yap about? We already bashed Employed enough. We talked about the.
Well, we didn't talk about MVP today, okay?
True, we didn't. But to be fair, we didn't see much from them, because the game that MVP was playing against Arcane, they take the first 2 games because Arcane was short, or they take the first game where Arcane was short, and couldn't even fill. The second game, I think Arcane was only had 13, if I read that correctly in the Discord, and the last game they lost as well. But I'm guessing they were still short the side of Arcane, so yeah, pretty much we don't know anything whether MVP is locked in for tonight or if they are not, because yeah, they just had a free pass, pretty much.
Well, they're now doing the pick and ban, so give me a little bit of time. I wonder if it's in team training. Like, the playoffs is gonna be in team training, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, as like the most games are, the showdowns, for example, are also in team training.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty standard that it's not in a special battle. But yeah, I'm still not sure though for which team I want to root though. I think in a best of 3, MVP might be able to pick it up.
Yo, one thing I'd like to highlight, MVP got reverse swept twice already.
Yes, they did. Okay, Pasta. Thanks for bringing up the PTSD for the MVP members. Maybe watching your VOD later, but maybe they are locked in for tonight. Let's just hope for that.
I think Stort is still discussing about the rematch right now.
What is there to discuss?
With MVP and like what maps or whatever's, because I haven't heard from him.
Okay.
A picks first map, B picks starting side, A bans first map, B picks second map.
bro, the Yap pitch in Discord is actually almost it's always funny to read. I'm enjoying it every time I open up the general channel on the Summer Series Discord. Holy shit, man.
That fucking general chat is so funny to read. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it's so much better than the comp Discord. Again, NA being superior, not only in the quality of the gameplay, but also in the quality of the app. As you can see in our cast, the quality of the yapping is really big, really high. Wouldn't you say so, Pastor?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not only is the yap really high in the cast itself on Twitch, but it's also pretty high on in the in-game chat as well. So since you entertained the dinner players earlier with your yapping.
Did I?
Pretty
Oh yeah,
funny.
with the in-game yapping.
Yeah,
That shit was not intended.
it was. You're trying to distract dinner from playing their games against Employed. Man, I need some sugar. I'm really fucking hungry.
Get
How
some.
late is it for you?
Get something right now. Stuff is still being organized.
Yeah. I got some brownies. How late is like what time is it for you, Pasta?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Oh man. You're 7 hours ahead of me then.
Hmm.
Time for your breakfast for you then. Is it are we gonna have another incident of your mom yelling for you to come to eat breakfast maybe?
Not tonight.
I'm wondering.
Not today. Not today.
Not today. Okay. Are we gonna have another dog barking incident though maybe at least?
Nah, my dog is cooked right now.
He's cooked? What do you mean he's cooked?
He's like
Cook-
cooked
the
because
dog's
it's so hot and humid. He's just like lying down on the floor doing nothing. He's like powerless.
Okay, because I was scared for a second because cooking and dogs being mentioned in one sentence
Yo,
from
yo,
an Asian
yo.
is always dangerous. Okay, enough of the stereotypes and sorry for all the Asian people watching. I'm only joking, of course. But you know what would help your dog, Pasta? If you would have gotten that fucking AC fixed.
Yes.
Because I'm guessing it still doesn't work. Or did you get it fixed?
It's no longer dropping water, and I did nothing.
Okay, so
I did nothing to
didn't get
fix it.
So yeah, I was gonna say.
It just fixed itself. I don't know how.
So you didn't get it fixed. You just waited it out, and it got better somehow. Okay, man. I feel like that is not the type of tech that you should be using for all your life problems in the future. Just wait it out. It might have worked with your AC, but who knows if it's gonna work out with other things as well. Oh my god, man. Okay. Well, while we are still waiting, I might just play some Tarkov in the meantime.
No. We have a quarterfinal game starting soon. The TTR is getting
Soon?
set up. Cine versus Donner.
Cine versus Dinner? Wait. Are the playoffs played tonight as well?
The quarters are played tonight.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't really sure. Because it's really hard thinking in 2 time zones. I am. Okay.
Oh,
So-
there's a team training room. MVP versus Employed. The
Ah,
tiebreaker.
okay. MVP versus Employed. Aha. Oh my god. It's MVP against star. Because Employed is actually censored out. Holy shit. Wait. I have to ready up my spectator, otherwise I'm gonna be cooked. Okay. Remember to equip your spectator last time. Or remember to go spectator. Do not forget it. my god, we have the FV pick. You see that, Pasta?
No way. We have Ghost in the E100. Some random guy.
He's gonna be playing the quarterfinals with us. The tiebreaker with us. Wait. Some random guy? Ghost is actually a TTR account. I can't access his stats. No, now I can't. Okay. I was curious for a second. Oh my god. Ingrid was drafted to MVP by the looks of it.
We have a Crusader SP readied up.
Wait, do we?
On the side of
my God.
Employed.
Imagine he goes into battle with this. It'd be so funny. Because I don't think there are restarts. Are there restarts in this game? Or is it
I have no
it's
idea.
Okay. I would have.
Wait, so we have to make a choice. Do we want to watch this or Cine versus Stoner?
Well, are they not delayed, the games?
They should be entering pretty soon, it seems like.
Okay, because I think we still watch this because I think it's more interesting for the audience whoever gets the second spot in playoffs than who is already in playoffs. Although the team that loses their first match in playoffs is gonna be eliminated. So I mean there are arguments for both. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. Well, normally I think it should also be delayed, if you ask me. Like, I think the Cine dinner game should be delayed as long as we don't have a winner on this. By the way, I think. But yeah, maybe you can ask Stord actually to delay the games if that is okay for him.
I don't think because he has another what is it?
Another TTR, another training room open.
He has another admin doing the other game right now.
Okay. Who is the admin?
I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him before. Sarge?
Yeah. I guess. Can we allow non-tier 10s, please? Sedge really wants to pick the Crusader SP.
I want to type something, but I'm not doing it. It gotta be profession, you know?
I mean, I was rooting for the Fumes guys in the other day. I was typing login Fumes gamers and stuff like that. So, guess I'm already cooked. I'm already cooked anyways.
Please keep team chat clear of comms. +1, +1.
Warning for the players. I think now is the time to issue some warnings.
Warning.
Warning for player Nate. Warning for player Sedge. Keep the team chat clear.
Warning.
Repeated offenses are gonna be punished. Oh my god, man.
Can we get a pause for piss? I need to open my valves before we begin the madness.
Who said that?
Dika.
Oh, this guy, man.
I'm giving you some insiders for fun right now
Yeah.
because there's nothing going on.
This game seems rigged. We have 18 players. Okay, man. Okay, man. Where did he post it, Pasta? Did he post it in their team captain chat or where was it posted?
It's in the pick bench channel.
Ah, okay. Very, very funny that you have access to the pick bench and great.
No, so I can
Great.
get the heads up and I can take the pick ban screenshots, you know?
Crazy. I see. Stort doesn't like me as much. I'm just some
Random German guy.
some random.
Who is
Kremlin.
clueless on EU?
Who is this clueless guy on EU? No, I'm just some EU Kremlin, as some of the NA gamers would say, and you are just an APEC Gremlin, Pasta. So I don't think you should be yapping either. You should be really quiet since we are on a how do you say it? Since we are on
I don't know when
we are
it's,
not on our.
I don't know when this is supposed to even enter. Right? MVP is like -2 for some reason.
I mean, if the games go in delayed, wait, I think, just for the sake of it, I will start up my other account and I will put it into the Cine versus Dinner game. Just so we have it as well. Wait, let me see.
Yeah, it's here around. There should be another.
Yeah. I just have to start up my other.
No, or you
my
can just
other
go in with this account and just go, and we can just Discord stream each other or whatever.
Yeah, we can also. I mean, yeah.
I don't think the other admin is gonna let you in with
true.
the main account. So
True. You're right. You're right. Oh my god, now I have to close out of my. Oh. Man, fuck you, Pasta. Okay. You are right, though. You are right.
oh, they closed the room.
Okay.
Did they? Oh no. Just tell them you're OBS.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm in the game. So I will need to pull up your Discord stream on my other monitor. Okay. Oh, So when is this supposed to start? Give us some heads up.
Well, they're asking 5 minutes for a toilet break.
There is no toilet breaks now. Get it over with already.
That's not very nice. Damn, these guys need warning. We could definitely use some warnings in this team training chat.
I mean, just issue some. Oh my god, my fucking.
This is gonna be a long time just waiting here, doing nothing. I could have done my Genshin Impact dailies.
I mean, I can tell you as much in the other team training room. There's not as much yapping. There's
yeah, cause they're professional. Unlike
I wouldn't go with this. I wouldn't call the employed gamers unprofessional, because, like I said, remember these guys on the compared to us, they have a job. They actually work for a living, and they're not addicted to the game. So chill out for a second, yeah, buddy.
I'm
Pipe
chilled out.
down.
I'm playing Genshin Impact on my phone.
Yeah, that's like the exact thing I would be expecting from you in if you would be caster for the WCI. You
Well,
know,
nothing is going
They-
on.
they-
There's nothing to do.
they switch to the caster desk at the WCI, and you just see Pasta swiping on his phone playing Genshin Impact.
Oh, I got a chicken coupon.
It's like, I mean, it would be content. Like,
Man,
That's
there's
not-
enough content. They don't
what
need
do you
me.
mean there's enough content?
They don't need me. There's already enough content.
I mean, there's never enough content, Pasta.
What do you mean?
There's always room for more content.
Well, all I can say is I have some comments about one of the people who were yapping in last year WCI, but I can't say it on stream, so.
Okay, then yeah, you better don't say it, Pasta.
Yeah, I'm not
Otherwise you're
saying
getting
it.
cooked, maybe.
You know what? Who the fuck cares? I'm getting drafted. What are they gonna do about me? Gonna pull me out of my army to give me my warning? Pull me out of the barracks to give me a warning?
Imagine somebody knocks at the door of the somebody just knocks on the entry gates of the
Bro,
of
they
the-
gotta
of
be.
the- of the of the
They're gonna get
of
shot
the
because they're
thingy.
pirates, you know?
of the thingy, and is like, I have a warning for player Agliopasta. Is he somewhere in here?
Warning.
Give us the player Agliopasta.
Give us the hostage. Okay, I'm busy right now. I'm fighting a bunch of robots.
What do you mean fighting a bunch of robots? Hello?
Huh? I'm playing the game. I'm playing the video game
The video game?
on my
No,
phone.
We don't play the video game.
Okay, room is closed. I think we're finally gonna be going in soon, TM.
Soon, TM.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be exciting, finally, after... How long have we waited? Half an hour? I think.
It's already
Yeah.
half an hour?
Pasta, time just flies by when we're casting, when we're yapping. It's I think it's a dream combination. Maybe Wargaming should actually sack all of the players, and they should just put us as the only yappers / casters. Well, on the other game, Döner against Cine, I am already in the game. I'm
Woohoo!
already watching, so yeah, maybe you can switch to my Discord stream and we can show some gameplay. Wait, am I streaming on Discord?
I can, yeah, give me a sec.
Okay, so let's see.
In the meantime, I'm gonna put up the pick and bans thing on my stream right now.
Yeah, so I can tell you for the Döner versus Cine game, it's gonna
Oh,
be,
it's
I
flipped.
think, it's gonna be Döner defending first, and Döner actually picks the Fumes tank. They pick 5 can openers. They have triple E100, double IS7, triple 279, double E4. And for the side of Cine, we have quadruple E100. We have 6 IS7, 1 STRVs, 4 E4s, and 1 EBR. And by the looks of it, Cine has watched some of the games of Employed, because they are also playing pretty heavy on towards the forest side of Ensk region. But
Okay,
Döner
little bit of
being pretty ready for
updates.
it.
We're finally going in.
Oh my god.
We're finally
Right.
going in on the other game. So
Then time to look the other game, or to watch the other game, because I think it's more interesting.
Yeah.
I will keep you updated though on the.
I just sent you the pick and bans.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Actually interesting from the side of Cine. Cine picking Ensk region.
We see an artillery again.
Wait, We? Oh my, no.
Oh no.
I can't,
Oh
man, with these guys.
no.
First time was so nice, we had to do it twice. I mean, I guess the artillery pick somewhat worked out for them. As long as they switch up their push on the 8-9 line, I think they might be fine even.
If MVP was watching the stream, then they should know what's going
Yeah.
to be going on.
Okay, so for the lineups, from the side of, oh my god, now the tanks are gone and I have to count on the other screen. So it's gonna be actually 7 IS7s for the side of Employed. It's gonna be 22279, 1 Chieftain, plan was Chieftain, 1268, 268 actually, 1 EBR, and the Conch GC.
It's very same as what they did versus Donner.
Yeah.
MVP has double E100, they have 6 IS7s, 3 279, 1 mouse, double STRV, and an EVR. And an artillery, of course. We have an artillery in the mix.
I think the only real switch up for the side of Employed compared to the other ends region that they played is that they pick an additional 268 because they only had one previously. And I can guess why they are doing it, just because it worked so well in the first in the first game that they had on Ends region. Yape was farming
Price 9 taking
6.5k.
Yeah, Price 9 taking a very early spot. This is common spot from the attacking team to take with the IS7 early on. And Price 9 takes it, only bleeding 500 HP, which is pretty nice. I wonder if Big Tanker is gonna do the same exact hold down play from by the IS7.
I mean, yeah, we will see shortly. So far, I can also tell you that in the Döner versus Cine game, nothing has happened yet. It's pretty much Cine preparing for the same 8-9-9 push that Employed did, though. So, yeah, maybe we are gonna.
We have a first shot coming in from the artillery, minus 200 onto Jack. Not huge. Saj is gonna be moving up with this IS7, hiding behind the building for now. Not really gonna do anything. Not committing anything to the water this time, Employed, which is interesting to see.
Yeah, but also Employed or like MVP not doing what Döner did earlier. They are not peaking. I mean, there is nothing to peak on.
We have Big Tanker doing the exact same play.
Okay, there is something to peak on maybe, but yeah, so far the MVP tank staying really safe. Jack bleeding another shot from the.
Jack is just playing Pubby right now. That's Pubby experience there. Right there. So thing is though, there's double STRV setup from the side of MVP right now on towards the 9-0. They have low noise. One of them is hardening. They both actually have low noise, so they're gonna be having no problem farming Big Tanker without worrying about getting spotted. Also, yeah. I think J-Oop in the mouse is trying to crossfire Price out in his IS7 position, which is not really that bad, but it's very risky. We have another artillery shot coming in to Jack, 339. So artillery already done like 1k damage, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, I can tell you, in the other game.
Oh my god, is he? Oh, for a second I thought Sly Fox was just gonna jump on him.
Nah. I mean, he would be wild for doing that. No, but in the other game, it's pretty much the same, or like similar.
Classic Ends region.
Yeah, Cine pushed up on the 8-9 line. They are now bleeding for it. I mean, they are bleeding Döner as well, but I think so far Döner is the team that has the better outcome on the other game.
I wonder if the Chieftain actually gets a good angle here.
He gets. I saw him put one earlier into the can opener of
I gotta put this on so you can see all the smokes, you know.
Yeah, no, but I think he was able to put in a shot earlier into the IS7 of Jack. Actually, I think it was. So I think he has side shots on the IS7 turrets or on the IS7 hull. they pick up or if they decide to pick up.
Another shot coming in from artillery, this time doing 12 damage.
Yeah. The thing is, if Employed will do the same thing that they did earlier in the other game, they're just gonna get cooked again. Like, MVP is so well set up for this.
And it's not like MVP is throwing HP like Donner did.
Yeah.
They're not making any mistakes. They're just staying still. Cookie committing an EBR run, bleeding only one shot. He does force out Crisis in his EBR, but he's not losing any HP, so that is good territorial control taken. Artillery doing 0 damage with his shot again.
Yeah. Slyfox starting to peek now against the Chieftain though, which is dangerous because he is proxy spotted the entire time from Big, and he needs to be really careful.
Meanwhile, we have we had the 279Es committed over towards E4, and then now they're coming back towards 9-0. It seems like. Yeah, Employed is just rotating every single tank towards 9-0. They're looking to push 9-0, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be working out that great because MVP is all set up for it. Although if they can get a quick kill onto Jack and Slyfox and then manage to drive up, since MVP's tanks all in the city are E100 279Es, it's gonna be very slow for them to rotate. I think Christopher is using the boosted position. Yeah, he is. You can actually boost up here in the building, and this is very, very fucking AIDS to pick out.
No, but like I think if they do like what they did in the other game and they push it again, although I think this time they will push it from the upper side, I don't think it will work out for them.
There's a push coming in now finally. Marty is gonna peek, he spots everything. So just gonna bleed one shot. Nothing else going on. They will have to go over Jack and drive to the corner. So the thing is though, MVP already has double STRV already set up, triple IS-7 as well. So these tanks are gonna be bleeding hard time. Jack actually surviving the first volley, which is gonna be huge for him.
Yeah, but the thing is, the thing that's huge is that the STRVs are spotted now, and they are.
Oh, huge shot from the artillery. One of the STRVs actually gets set on fire. No, not set on fire. But STRVs are actually pushing, like playing up, so they're just gonna get killed instantly.
But look though, the IS-7 of Slyfox was still alive up until now. He just now goes down. I think if they decide to repush it, the side of MVP, they are fine.
In the meanwhile, we have the city tanks rotating in. It's gonna take a long time. And Employee needs to finish up these STRVs before they do arrive. And they still have 4 IS-7s, very healthy indeed. Employed is gonna bring 6 tanks to push it, but Laffy and Sedge is down to low HP, so they're not gonna be contributing that much to it. Price now peaking, becoming a one-shot. And the double 268s are actually farming as well to the side of the IS-7s, but then we have double E100 and a 279E rotation coming in from MVP. But I don't think that's gonna achieve anything huge because the double 268 crossfire is just huge right now for the side of Employed. In the meanwhile, we have EBR of Crisis flanking out, trying to find out where the pesky artillery is, but he has nothing to report.
Yeah, but keep in mind though, Pasta, the side of MVP is defending. I mean, the thing is...
Oh, what was that from Rule 1? He just drives up and suicides.
Not only that, but I think what MVP just did basically was that they gave up the entire game because they are on defense. They don't need to do anything. The tanks, the IS-7s, they can just sit there. They don't need to do anything.
And Marty is getting crossfired as well. He's gonna die. And
yeah, like the only way our MVP could have lost this game is by doing exactly what they did. They put all tanks or all HP that they had left, and all the HP that they had in that they were ahead as well. They put it all in one grid square, and yeah, they just.
The EVR needs to finish the artillery and get on cap. That's the only way. Oh, he low rolls. He's not even gonna ram him. He should ram him. Please, man, no, you don't have time for this.
She shouldn't ram him. I think it's still gonna be really hard for the side of Employed to pick it up because the EBRs on the other side and the 279 of Moose are still alive as well. So I think they don't have time, even if they double cap, because the EBR can just reset it, or the 279 from Christopher can just reset it.
It's gonna be a triple cap though, and Christopher actually has to drive into a crossfire. He bounces his first shot. Price9 is just gonna drive onto him, and he's just gonna block. We have a reset coming in from J-Ope in his mouth with the HE shot onto Air G, but he's not the main cap. Outlaw has all the cap points right now. Price is getting caught by Sag in the I7 on the other side of the map, so there's not gonna be any resets. J-Ope might get a shot here onto Outlaw right now. Outlaw is in the open, and J-Ope is not actually aiming. Oh no, the trees here actually didn't. The tree here actually covered Outlaw, so Outlaw didn't get spotted by the mouse.
Oh my god. Well, we have to say, in the end, what the side of Employed did, it worked out. I mean, I'm speechless yet again. I think this game is one of the biggest throws that we have seen in this entire tournament up to this point. Because, like I said, basically they had the entire game in their hand, the side of MVP. They had, I think, 5 or 6 KHP it was that they were leading with, and they just decided to put all the city tanks together with the already isolated tanks in one spot. And then they also overpeaked and bled more HP, and that just cost them the game. They could have just stalled it out for 1 or 2 more minutes, and Employed would have never been able to cap the game. Like, this is just such a big throw. It's like, I don't know.
The double STRV as well playing up at the front. Like they just die without any like long damage potential. Artillery doing 3k damage.
Yeah, no, like this game is just, I don't know.
Like Employed wanted them Employed literally wanted MVP to do that like rotation and committing in with everything, and MVP exactly did it.
It was the only thing.
Only way that, Employed wins, and
that's
MVP
that's the only way that Employed wins and that MVP loses. But yeah, there were other mistakes, like you said. For example, the SCRVs. The SCRVs should never be the only tanks in the corner, because, like you saw, they are just getting overpushed. They can't do anything. They put in 1-2 shots, and they're just getting overpushed. All the advantage that the STRV provides, being a sniper tank, being a high DPM tank, being a stealthy tank, it's just like 0 if you decide to put the tank in a position where it can just get overpushed, possibly even rammed, or just get brawled by IS-7s, which are in a Haldon as well, right in front of it. So yeah, it's really bad usage of the STVs. At the same time, I didn't pay that much attention because the other game was so exciting, but I think Döner actually picked up their first round against Cine, if I saw it correctly. I would have to double check though. But wait, let me see.
Well, these are TTR games, so there's gonna be a kind of long intermission.
Yeah.
Well, we have a match point for side of Employed.
Yes.
For the last playoff spot.
Because this is only a best of 3, and now it's gonna be the side of let me see again. Now it's gonna be the side of MVP attacking, not defending this time. So I hope that MVP has figured something out on how they want to break the possible camp from the side of Employed that is about to hit them.
I mean, Employed just needs to play like normal on this map, and they just automatically win the defense.
Yeah.
This defender side is just heavily favored.
Yeah. I mean, I still can't grasp the fact that MVP threw away this game that they so much had in their hands. Like, as you said as well, this map is so defender sided, and the setup that MVP had, the initial setup. Let's not talk about the SCVs, but the initial setup, the idea behind the defense that they had, it was pretty decent. It was okay. It would have fully worked out if they didn't do the overcommit on towards the A line that they did. Okay, going into the second game though, we have the lineups from the side of MVP. MVP is bringing, what is it? 6 IS7s? No, 7 IS7s? No, 8 IS7s. Okay, I can't count anymore. It's 8 IS7s, 1 mouse, 1 260, 1 279, 1 CS, 1 STRV, 1 E4, and to round it off, 1 EBR.
And they have Employed has 7 IS7, no EBR, 5 260s, a 279E, and double E4. So
Yeah,
they're just doing full defense. No, actually,
Yeah.
they're just driving everything towards the city. I like this actually. I like this from Employed.
I do like this as well. I was gonna say I really like the side of Employed not picking an EBR because I think on this map having an EBR it can work out, but if you want to like just do a brawl and you just wanna play the game instead of sitting, picking no EBR is way better.
Bro, though,
And
like the
yeah.
line, the long line right now is crazy.
Yeah.
They don't MVP. They don't know it. They finally know it. Oh my god, they're so late at looking at this. Like Big Tanker is just Employed is gonna
mean-
take the entire K line as well.
They are, but Employed is so split up though.
They are still split up as well. They need to get more tanks grouped up towards one side so they can repush. Jack actually finding a very interesting spot in the 279E here.
Yeah.
Very interesting spot here. J-Oop actually getting set on fire in the middle from the crossfires from the double E4 here. He's just gonna die without doing any damage. Feels like he actually survives even with
Yeah,
the
he
fire,
can
which
get
is
him
pretty
safety.
lucky for him.
The thing MVP has to do now basically is to re-establish control on the other side of the map.
Yeah, on the other
quickly.
side of the map, they need to
Yeah.
re-establish control, but I think MVP right now is kind of panicking because I don't think
Yeah.
they are aware of what they should be doing right now. They're like,
I think they're just overwhelmed by the sheer force, by the push that the side of Employed.
the
that
au- the
they
aura
don't really
we
know.
call it.
Yeah, the aura. They're just scared and they're just influenced by bobcats, by all the aura that the Employed gamers have. G-Wolf actually going down. J-Wolf actually going down in the IS7, and Pubmaxer in his 279 is still not dead. for the side of
He's
Employed.
not being pushed at all right now, but the thing is that
Yeah.
even if MVP decides to push north, the double E4 on the rails right now is just gonna be so much of a hassle to deal with. Pop Maxer is
Yeah.
bleeding a lot right now. He is
Yeah,
actually
but-
gonna go
but they
die
have
soon.
to, but they have to try and figure out the pick on Pubmaxer soon, because you can already see tanks from the side of Employed rotating back towards the cap. I think the instant reaction if MVP would have instantly rotated more tanks towards the other side, they would have instantly won the game. Because if they are able to take the positions from Employed on their base, it's so hard for MVP for Employed. Oh my god, I mess it up every time. It's so hard for Employed to repush it because this side where MVP is currently on, it is the defender side, and it has a much better position compared to the attacker side.
Mhm.
So yeah, if they would have been quick in their reactions, I think they would
Oh,
have been.
okay. Employed
they
is
would have
actually
secured the game.
Employed is actually committing tanks toward the A line. I don't think this is a good play. Like,
Yeah,
this is not a
this is
good
another
play.
mistake.
Like they have no reason to do this. They're not being pushed on. They're not being pressured on the southern side of the map. There's no reason for them to like push up with Incred and Luffy here. They're just gonna.
I mean,
Oh, Pubmax are actually dying to the crossfire from Angry Asian. Luffy peeking and just bleeding his entire tank. Like this
yeah.
play
Yeah, but-
right now, they're just giving up 3 tanks for free.
Yeah, but the thing is, the side of MVP, they still have so much tanks sitting in the base, doing nothing, being useless. They need to rotate more tanks towards the other side. It's really important. I mean,
MVP
Just the
Employed is
way-
kind of throwing right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
just.
Oh my
just the
god, what
way
is this? What is
Employed
this? What is this?
throwing.
What is going on here?
Ah? Why is
Oh!
1v1 against Yape in an E4? What am I seeing? And he's bouncing as well. I mean, this just doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but again,
And then
I think
Uh-huh.
that's the thing that we have seen so many times from the side of MVP. The opening is good. The initial thought is really good, but everything that follows, the execution,
the
afterwards
execution, the mid-game
is
rounding
so
is so dog shit. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. Like Crisis fully throwing away his EBR. Like all the advantage that he could have created, that the side of MVP created by picking up PubMaxer for free, by picking up or by shooting Leffy, who was overpeaking without any reason. He just equalized it all by just throwing his EBR against an E4. Like that's not even a fight he can win in any scenario.
And
Like,
and
what is he gonna do?
MVP still like 4-minute 20 mark, and they still have Angry Asian, Max, and Star in middle of nowhere doing nothing. Star and
Yeah.
Max is finally rotating, but like Angry Asian needs to comes to the A line as well. That's like the only way they win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I even think that at this point it is already pretty much cooked for them, because I don't think this is a map.
Big Tanker is aware they're rotating tanks out of the southern side.
Yeah, but even if they wouldn't have rotated tanks out, Pasta, I think it is way too late already, because even if you decide to push out the city now, you're not gonna be able to cap, because
I mean, they don't. I don't think capping is the problem. Like I don't think they actually need to cap. They just need to kill they just need to kill Incred, Leffy, and then they can control A5, A4 area, and then they can crossfire the E4s out on the rails, and they have better control of the map. I feel like.
Well, they are doing it right now. We will see how it will work out, because I think what is gonna happen is that the side of Employed is just gonna instantly repush this, also because of the reinforcements that they have coming. I think this is not gonna be good for the side of MVP. It's not gonna be good at all.
It is not gonna be good for side of MVP, but I think they still have a chance if they can focus fire this repush out. If they can receive this well, then they actually have a chance. And then in the meantime as well, we have a repush from MVP side onto the southern side of the map. But I'm not watching it right now because this is far more important. War Machine leading the charge. He's bleeding 700 HP. Big Tanker down to a one shot as well. Marty blowing up as well. Price 9 down to 2 shots, and Max is still sitting up there with his CS, which is the right play, because he's a CS. He shouldn't be committing down. But actually, MVP is receiving this very well.
I think the repush was a mistake by the side of Employed, because they could have just sit there, enabled the the E4 of Stash to trade the HP, but now they just committed in, and they didn't even. Like,
they don't
because
even.
The tanks of MP were split. They didn't even manage to pick it up all at once. They're just dead now. They're stuck in the crossfire because Star's still alive.
And then they lost the
CS of
southern
Max
side, and they're all dead.
Oh,
One minute 50 though. They still have some tanks. If Employed tanks can somehow defend the cap, and people like Extinction and Cookie can drive out towards A line and try to survive.
No, Pasta. But the thing is, look, Stash is already going down. If MVP is not bouncing every one of their shots, they will be able to pick this up every day of the week. Like
MVP is actually down HP right now. STRB is gonna get caught. They finally pick up Stash. STRB is gonna get rammed on and get killed on.
yeah, but the thing is, they can just sit on cap, don't know?
They can sit on cap, but there's so much crossfire. I think oh my god, Yape picking up Sly Fox there. That is actually huge.
That's bad though. That's really bad though, yeah.
Yape is just gonna get reset on Angry Asian now. They can't cap. They cannot cap. The only place that is safe to cap is Angry Asian, but Yape is still alive. He's just gonna come from behind and kill him. RG is just gonna YOLO in and try to get a reset maybe, but I don't know, he's not doing it. Yape is gonna come in for a reset now. He can't really see where Angry Asian is because of the fences are there. They do
Well,
seem
Yape
aware.
actually going for the shot. Yape? Okay,
Oh,
Yape
okay, they
going
don't
for
have
a
time
shot
to
on
cap.
towards rule. Yeah. No, it's over.
It's over. What was that?
I was gonna say that would have been a crazy throw.
That
for
would
the
have been a
side of
crazy throw.
Employed. Yeah. Because I think the repush was such a bad thing to do. There's no need at all for repush. You have the better positions. You have 279s and you have tanks like the E4 sitting in raids who can just crossfire for free. There's nobody who can farm the E4. But I mean, I guess they somewhat had pressure because the base was lost, or they lost the base at the same time. But yeah, this is just a throw fiesta actually. But in the end, congratulations to the side of Employed because since this is only a best of 3, they pick it up, they secure the second spot for playoffs, and MVP are out of the tournament.
That's gonna be tilting factor for MVP.
Yeah.
They threw the first game and then they couldn't convert from the second game.
I mean, in both of the games, they had really promising positions. Like, if we just think back to the first game, they had the really good setup. They kind of mispositioned their SCRVs okay or well, but they had a really good position. They farmed a lot for the, in my opinion, dumb push coming out from the side of Employed.
Can you ask to open room for?
Yeah, I can. Wait, give me a second.
Just message him, like, don't type it in the team chaining chat.
Give me a second.
that match, man. What is the score on this right now?
It should be, wait, it should be 2-0 for, no, it's 1-1 for them actually. So they actually tied the map. Well, Sarge hasn't texted me yet.
I'm in.
Ah, okay, you're in. Okay. Yeah, no. I have to be honest. I'm still not over the throw of MVP. Also, if we keep in mind the tournament journey that MVP had before the games of the day, because as you mentioned earlier, Pasta, on the last match day, MVP went up 2-0. They went up on match point twice.
And then they lost 3 in a row.
And then they got reverse sweeped.
Twice.
They lost 3 in a row.
Twice.
And yeah. And now they had such a promising start because they won 3-0 against Arcane, although that was not really a normal win, if you can say it like that, because Arcane was taking part of the games, and the other games they were not filling fully. So yeah, they had such a promising start. They most likely already thought that they were in playoffs because of the rules, or because of how the rules are, and then the tiebreaker game, or then the game against Employed came up and they lose it like that. That's really devastating. Okay, into the game though. The lineups. Pasta. For the side of Dinner, we have triple Cano, we have what is it? 5, 6, 7, 8 IS7s.
What is this
measure? We have a mouse, we have a 279, a 268, and an EBR. And for the side of Cine, we do have. Something. It's okay. For the side of Cine, we have a 60 DP, double can opener, 1E100, double IS7, one mouse, 1279, and we have 6 badgers and 1 manticore.
Very classic
Yeah.
camp setup, but not with this much badgers.
I mean, if we remember, Döner actually doing the same. I think it was even to. Which team did they do it? Because I remember Döner doing this to one of the teams, the Badger squad.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
the can opener is getting spotted on the cross. Down to. Oh my god. This is actually very smart play from Donner actually. They know the camp setup and they sent Ivory in the frontal bush and they just nuked the entire cross. That is actually very smart play from Donner.
Yeah. That is huge. That is really huge. Döner anticipating that that the side of Cine only has one passive scout, the Manticore, and that he's not going to do an active run, so the EBR is able to take a really aggressive push, and he's going to be able to spot the slow rotation of the cannoners, and yeah, they bleed Mechi for I think 500, and they bled Alejo for almost 2k HP.
Badger Nico in the Badger bleeding one shot as well. That's actually
Yeah.
great start for setup Donner. That's actually huge play and very smart play.
And also they are already blinding the Manticore. I think it's only a matter of time until the first shot towards the Manticore connects. Because I think Döner has already. No, I think they're actually shooting for the Badgers. It's my bad. I thought they were blinding the Manticore. I thought they already anticipated the position of the Manticore, but they didn't. So, oh, Ivory getting blinded though. EBR.
He's just standing still. Ice cold. If he actually moves, then he's actually moving around, but I think he's gonna be fine. Tons of Dead Gunner Blaze just peeking from the top, trying to do some damage onto the I7.
Yeah, I'm not sure though whether the shot on Ivory was a blind shot or whether somebody shot for one of the tanks behind him and accidentally hit him actually. But yeah, Ivory did his job. He left. He took one shot, one blind shot, which is still really fine. And now they are starting to blind for the Manticore, by the way. It's only gonna be a matter of time with before the first blind shot connects actually.
It's insane to see a mouse here.
Yeah,
first shot landing on the Manticore.
Yeah. First shot connecting. Manticore moving around a bit now.
They
even leaving now. Manticore leaving, and it's huge, by the way, that the one blind shot connected on the EBR because that forced him out of push, and this way the Manticore was able to leave. Because I think if the Manticore would have left the way he did, and the EBR would have seen him,
yeah.
EBR would have seen him, and he would have been dead. So
that is some snowballing coming in, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then they're just still sitting there, just chilling.
I mean, so far, Döner is just taking the map control of Cine. They already pushed up the mouse towards the lighthouse. They have the IS-7 on towards the 3-line as well, and the can opener kind of in the back, securing all of the tanks in front. But I think Döner has to be really careful because they don't know about the tanks that Cine has on the 1 line, which is which they have more from on the 1-2 line. Oh my god, my English is so dog shit. I apologize, but no, Cine having more tanks on towards the 1-2 line, and if they are able to see, okay,
we're Donner actually rotating out.
Yeah,
but the setup in the 1-2 is gonna be so ace to dig out. Like, look at this.
I mean, but the thing is though, Pasta, keep in mind.
Yeah, but all the tanks on Cine on towards the eastern side are Badgers and heavy tanks. They can't open it, so they can't really rotate. So if they execute, if they execute it well and know how to react against this corner holdout, which Donner would be very aware of because they're all like experienced EU players, it's gonna be a free win for Donner if they execute it well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, the pure setup of Cine seems good, but if they just push in with 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks, and they just leave 4 on the other side.
This is interesting. So this is an interesting route from the I7s.
But it's really good though, because I think they will push straight towards the Badgers actually in the A3 dip, because I'm guessing they expect Cine to be set up in A1.
Oh, they're crossing
And
to A3 with this.
Yeah, they will cross into the Badgers at A4, and they will be able to pick them, and then the 60 DP and the mouse and 279 are gonna be useless. But they have to be careful, because they might bleed a lot from the Badgers. Because the Badgers are already set up.
They're gonna... Oh, huge, good pen shots coming into Sivas. No one bouncing a shot. They didn't bleed anything. Crossing to A3.
So
Kevin is
Kevin
the one
gets
tank
trapped,
getting kind of bled, but
Yeah,
apart from that,
that's
it's gonna be
exactly what I mean,
fine.
by the way.
They just
Yeah,
kill Sivas. They got now killed
the
2
game is-
Badgers. Yeah, it's cool.
The game is already over. The game is already over. Like I said, this is a really, really, really good play from the side of Döner. They perfectly anticipated. Oh my god, Blaze doing a really late cross. What is Blaze doing though? Blaze dying for free in the open because he decided to cross. I mean, it won't matter.
It won't matter
It might
because
matter.
the HP right now is like it's only 2k gap if you can say that. But if you look, there's gonna be a full HP 2790 going down as well.
I mean, it will still take some time to pick up the the 279 in the corner from Black Rice, but still, yeah, the tank advantage is so huge, so big, and yeah, I think this is cooked. But in the same time, we have a repush coming out in the forest from the side of Cine. I don't think that's the right choice. Though.
But Donner tank. But it is the only play they can do because they cannot
No.
rotate the A line. So their only
No.
choice is driving out A line, the 9-0 from the side of Cine. But they're not even killing the tanks in the forest.
Oh, the Manticore is spotted, no? Oh, nobody's there to punish him though. Oh my god, the 268 missing a shot as well. No, but like, I think the better play, because look, the tanks that Döner has in the forest, they are just able to repush now, because the Cine tanks are on so much lower HP, like on less HP, and they're just dying, because Döner has the better positions.
Also, you see how the initial bleed onto Alejo is actually huge because he cannot commit and join in the forest repush because he bled down to 900 from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but no, change my mind, Pasta. I think the Cine pushing the forest is actually the only, or the biggest thing that they did wrong. The only thing at that point that they should have done is group up everything and try and repush the A line, maybe. Because if you manage to repush the A line, you might be able to clear the low HP I7s and retake the crucial A3 and A1 positions, and from there on, yeah, it might have been better. But in the end, as soon as Döner anticipates this whole A1 thingy, and that and as soon as they see lineup wise that Cine is going to be stuck in the A0 and A9 position, they are just doing the exactly right thing by repushing in towards the A3 dip and clearing it out. It's
Well, smart plays from Donner. They were very aware of the setup.
Yeah.
Well, Blaze doing 0 damage.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand the cross that Blaze did, because I don't know if you saw it, Pasta, but
I did
Blaze,
catch it on the late. But
yeah, like basically Blaze was one of the last IS7s. He was the last of the bulk of the IS7s, and he instead of just staying where the 268 was on the lighthouse and farming, or even crossing towards the forest and supporting his teammates there, he just decided to, oh well, I'm gonna cross open field to support my friends in the A3 dip. That was already won at that point, by the way. And he just threw away his whole tank. I mean, in the end, didn't cost his team the game because they still won. So, yeah, no yapping is necessary, but
anyways, while we are doing standing by for the next game, I'm just gonna give you a quick pick and Ben's picture on the stream right now. There was a Ensk region pick from Cine, which went 1-1. Then Donner picked Morobanka, and then next map is Fisherman's Bay, and there's gonna be Tiebreaker Highway.
This is a best of 7, so yeah. Actually, since Döner won the first game on Muro now, they would need 2 more games to finish up this series. And like by the looks of things now, like if Döner just does a half decent defense on this Muro, which I think they will do, because we saw them defending Muro earlier pretty well already. They will go up 3-1 and they will put Cine on match point, actually. But yeah, we will see how the next game goes out.
A little bit of update on the other game. They're gonna be going in soon. Their pick bans are Highway, Fishy Bay, Westfield, and Malinovka. So nothing gonna be interesting from that game. I'd better watch
Fishy
this.
Bay. Yeah, I will go into the Fumes Employed game once the training room is open. So we have another point of view. But for now, I'm just gonna watch your stream and or your Discord stream, and we'll see how it will go. Oh, Pastor, I think it's time for you to actually stop the cast, because look, there was an invitation to join the detachment. Wing leader, the member of Arcane who went out of the tournament earlier tonight, is playing tier 8 Stronghold. Time to grind some credits. Oh my god, man. I'm so tired, not gonna lie, Pastor. I hope I don't fall asleep, since we have such exciting games tonight. I probably won't, but Wait, is the training room open? It isn't. Oh.
Wish I set it up properly. Yes, I did. And I see Badgers again. That's not a good sign.
I mean, I see badges from the defending team, and I think this team is gonna be more. They are more skilled on their use of badges, so I think it will be cooked. Okay, let's go into the second game on Moravanka. We have the lineups for the side of Döner. We see badgers. We see 6 badges actually, the same as Cine picked. We see the Manticore, also like Cine picked, and we see double IS7, 1 Mivi, 1 mouse, and 4 279s. So pretty much similar to what
Cine has triple can opener, 4 IS7, double STRB again on attack, 3 5 double 780. That's interesting, and a single EVR. As we said before, we are not really a big fan of double STRBs on attacking side, but
especially if you see the lineup that Döner.
Oh, you know what Cine is doing? They're gonna do the exact same initial as Donner did.
Yeah.
No, actually, Polodokun pussies out kinda.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if they do it, the side of Döner has so much quicker tanks. Like the IS7 of Rotzikas and the other tanks are so much quicker, and I think they will be able to cross before they even have a chance to get shot. Or maybe Criminal might get caught though.
Polodokun bleeding 1 shot to IS7, and
yeah,
that Gunner actually bleeding some HP here. to the same
Yeah,
initial opening.
But look, that's just the difference of a team that is more experienced, because you can see the tank picks of Döner. They actually had in mind that they might try and do the same that they did earlier, and they only put 2 tanks in the A0 position, which is going to be the 2 batches, and they had the IS7, which spawned to the far left, I think. He was the only one who went into the forward C0 position. So basically, they didn't even enable them to get any bleed. Also, though, I think the EBR was doing the wrong run, to be completely honest,
Yeah.
because he was doing the deep run, and he was not doing the aggressive high spotting bush that who was it? It was Ivory.
It was Ivory, yeah, in the EBR.
That Ivory did on the other side. So even if
You know, one thing funny to highlight here, Cine is shooting where their Manticore was playing on the other game.
but the Manticore of Jay Rice are actually playing the right bush, because I think this bush is so much better than the other bush, because realistically, what is the Manticore in front of the batches gonna see? Not that
it's
much.
not even.
It's really defensive.
Yeah, it's not really close as well, so you can't even counter the EBR. Like Gyrister right now is actually countering the EBR. Polydon down to a 1-shot. He can die to the Manticore. He's just gonna stay safe, get unspotted, and then try to leave. Like the Jai's spot right now is just so much better than what Cine's Manticore spot in the other game. Because
like you said, Pasta, the EBR going down to a 1-shot also a pretty big deal for Cine, because the Manticore of Jay Ricer, they don't really know yet where he is, and they also therefore don't know how to blind it. So yeah, he's just able to clear the EBR at some point, or outspot him and then clear him. So yeah, but I don't really know if I like what Godix is doing right now, because I think there was an opportunity even for Tauli to put in a double shot in his can opener, but yeah, he didn't. So I guess the play from Godix is not that bad, but yeah, I still don't like the position that much, because it's less of a hull down than the position in front, and I don't think the can opener has the gun depression actually to overpeak the IS7 and shoot it in his pipe nose.
But he's just playing safe, let's just say that, which is not really bad. He's just playing safe.
It's not necessarily bad. I just think this position is a bit worse than the far forward position, but yeah.
Also, yeah, one thing you mentioned, EBR becoming a 1-shot, he's not able to do any aggressive moves. He's just like playing very, very passive. He's not even trying to spot anything. He's just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, and also the side of Cine being really, really slow. By now, they should have basically done the same or done something similar to what Döner did, I think, because what they are now doing is they will probably push everything or shove everything into A0, because they're grouping up for it already, and they will have the 2 SJVs covering for it. But I'm not sure if that's the right play, because you bleed so much for the A0 thingy, and in difference to the other game or to the other thing, the side of Döner is better prepared.
They didn't bleed, yeah. And anyways, though, there's gonna be a push coming. That Gunner actually managed to cross to A0 because their EBR became a 1-shot and pushed away. That Gunner could have crossed without getting spotted. There's a push coming in. IS7 repositioned actually favoring him right now because he repositioned himself so he doesn't die here. We actually have 4 IS7 crossing out in the open. This is very interesting to see right now. They don't have a 279E in front of them to use as a shield, but they're gonna be starting to cross right now. They don't actually. They don't bleed that much actually right now.
Yeah, I like this though. But the thing is, what's gonna be really scuffed for the side of Cine in a second is the Badgers and the Mivi pushing out of the A3 dip and taking positions on towards the lighthouse, and they will be able to farm
everything.
these IS7s. They will bleed them so much, and also we can see the re-aggression coming out from the side of Döner with the Badgers and the 279s. Yeah, I think this is cooked again.
This is cooked. The
this
corner
over
is
for
the
side of
corner is
Cine.
still alive.
Yeah,
They're all dying in there.
like I said, it's so hard to push into a well set up A0 because just of how good these positions are. I mean, look at 8 for example. He's just able to cook the E5 of Kovac, and he does so much damage before going down. I mean, it's still somewhat close, but on the other
no,
hand,
I don't think it's close at all. They're just stuck here. They can't overpush. They're now losing tanks left, right, and center. They're picking up trade kills, but the HP is down 7k. Their light tank is a one shot, and they lost all control over the 1-2-3 line.
The problem with this, like in theory, the IS7 move is really interesting and it can work out, but against a better team or against a team that is good in their reactions, like Döner for example, it will just never work out because basically what the IS7 strategy of Cinepa relies on, I think, is the fact that Döner is gonna try and don't do anything, just sit there. But which team is just gonna sit and watch their tanks die?
No.
They will always do something. Like there's only two things that they can or that they would do, and that's either to cross towards the lighthouse, which is the correct play, or to re-push the A line even, which is the wrong play because
you just
you
get
are
bled.
gonna bleed for it. Yeah, you're just gonna bleed for it, and it's also taking way too long. So yeah, I mean, I think somewhat Cine relying on the stupidity of
Döner is kind of underestimated them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, in the end though, all yapping aside, this is exactly what Döner wants.
Yes.
They split the map pick on Ensqueechen, which was the map pick of Cine,
which is very defend decided, so it's expected to be 1-1.
Yeah, and so which is also I think somewhat of a I don't know, I'm not sure about that pick from Cine, but that's another thing. But also the side of Döner converts their map pick Murovanka into 2 points, meaning they are now
on match point for 3 games.
Match point.
And then the next map coming up is Fishy Bay, which is another classic 1-1 split map.
Yeah. So I think it. Yeah, I don't want to write off Cine just yet, but I think this series is over, and it's over. Like Döner won, or Döner will probably win this series deservedly because they were just a better team. They proved that, or they showed that on these 2 rounds of Murovanka. So yeah. Also, Pasta, I think some moderation is in order on your Twitch channel. I will be the responsible. I will be the responsible.
No, don't time out them. Don't time out them. Just don't be a huge dick.
Yeah, I mean I can unban him, but still I think we should chill a bit. Bro, Pasta, you're such a good streamer. Because in other channels this would have been a 14-day stille Treppe, you know?
I mean, I understand their frustration, but it is what it is. There's nothing they can do about it. It's already over. Like, just.
I mean, it's kind of not in their hands as well. It's the fact that Arcane didn't show the first game and they didn't really try. But yeah, I'm also not sure about this game being played out, to be honest.
I don't.
But
If you ask me,
yeah,
the game shouldn't be even played because MVP was already up 1 point. But it's
yeah,
whatever. So I don't.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah. No, no. I mean, there's also no point in yapping about it because it is what it is
It is
now.
already done.
We
Yeah.
can't, yeah, we can't change it anyways. And in the end, we still have to keep in mind as well that MVP had their chance to win against Employed as well. I mean, they could have just won the series and it would have been over as well. But yeah, enough yapping about this game. It is really unfortunate for MVP. It's lucky for Employed, or it's good for Employed, but that's just the way life is. You know, some people are profiting and other people are not profiting and are having the bad luck. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay. You didn't remind me though, because I forgot to check for a Fumes versus Employed training room. Is it already up? Is it already going? You know, Pasta. Ah, no. Wait, it actually just went up. Ah, oh my god. Okay.
Well, a lot of people are upset
Okay.
about the MVP and Employed being replayed,
Yeah.
but
I
if
can
you
see that.
ask me though, it is just what it is. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
like that's also the reason why I don't, or why I think we shouldn't talk about it more on stream.
It's debatable,
It's
but
yeah,
yeah,
it's
but I don't really want to think
yeah.
about it. It's like
No,
it is
no,
what
no,
it
no,
is.
no. It is what it is, and we can understand. Or I think I speak for you if I say we can understand both sides. But yeah, we can't change it in the end. It's an admin decision, and the players have to respect that. And yeah, that's all yapping that needs to be done for now. But on another hand, oh my god, my English. On another note,
You should cast in
in
German, and I should speak in Korean, and we just don't
I
understand
mean-
each other.
I mean, that would have been that would be really funny, but I think if I start yapping in German, people are just gonna,
Who is this clueless guy?
yeah, they're just gonna that there will be more questions arising, so we're just gonna leave it at that. No, but like in the other game, it's 1-0 for Fumes. So yeah, Fumes going 1-0 up against Employed, pretty much as expected as well, I guess. Ah, okay. By the way, we have a 2-minute delay on the tiebreaker game between Cine and Dinner. And I think you can take the time, Pasta, and actually switch to my stream because in a second, I think we will go into the second game between Fumes and Employed, which is going to be Highway. So yeah, just now the 60-second countdown has started. So I think you can switch over to my Discord stream for a bit, and we can watch the opening between Employed and Fumes.
Yes, sir.
Just keep in mind to keep an eye on the other game.
On the chat.
Yeah, so we don't miss the beginning. Yeah, 30 seconds left between Fumes and Employed, and we can already see the lineups. Okay, I guess pretty standard Highway setup. Okay, Fumes picking triple. Okay. This is also interesting. I mean, normally this is my type of pick the tank. I just always log in every game, the Hori, and Fumes picking triple. Hori. So the lineups for the second game between Employed and Fumes gonna be that's
A lot of 260s.
8. It's 8 260s actually. One IS7, one E5,
Yo,
triple
triple
Hori,
Hori.
and the double EVR. And Pasta, what do we have for the side of Employed?
Employed as 5 260s, triple to 790, a 268, double EVR, one spectator, triple I7 and a 60 TP.
That's actually
Oh,
wrong.
there's
They
two
have
spectators.
Okay, nice counting. No, but so far I think pretty standard from both sides, apart from the triple Hori pick coming out from the side of Fumes. I think that's not really usual. But the thing that they're doing with the triple Horis is pretty usual, pretty normal, pretty standard. They're lining up shots. They're trying to instantly bomb the EBR from the side of Employed. Yape. And oh my god, the IS7. Oh my god, he's bleeding so much for it. Triple Hori working out so
Unfortunately,
well.
as much as I would like to keep watching this game, we have 10 seconds on the other game.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
But like, holy shit. The triple Hori working out perfectly. But yeah, back to the other game. So we have the
Wait, do you
second,
spawn like this every time?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the tiebreaker game, or the first match point game between Döner and Cine. So Döner picking one can opener, it's gonna be 4 279s, 1 E5, 1 Bachelor, 1 EBR, and 4 IS7s, and to round it all off, 3 260s.
Well, Cine has double can opener. They like their can openers. E100, 4 IS7s, 4 to 790s, 1 E5, double STRV again on attack and an EVR.
Yeah, so like the side of Döner really liking their badgers, Luca picking one, and the side of Cine really liking and relying on their double STRV. I don't think that's a double STRV map either. Like, especially keeping in mind that the side of Döner is on defense in this match point.
Yeah,
So-
arrows are not wrong like the other
Yeah,
game
like,
we had.
keep in mind, gamers, the north side or the upper side is on defense. Because there was some confusion the other day. Okay, I'm gonna stop shit talking now, but no, the side of Döner is on defense, and I don't think a double STRV pick on defense on attack on Fish Bay is that good. Godnix though bleeding one shot already, or bleeding 2 shots even. So he's already down HP. So yeah, we will have to see. I will keep an eye on the Fumes game though in the meantime, because I'm really interested. Because I don't think for now there's much gonna be happening between Cine and Döner. It's gonna be a stalemate because, yeah, like we said, Döner is on defense. They don't have to do anything. They are pretty standard setup as well. They have the tanks in the A line ready to rotate wherever they need to go, and yeah. But I can tell you, Pasta, little quick update for you. In the highway game between Fumes and Employed, Fumes is actually currently pushing out the 1-2 line, or taking the 1-2 line, while the side of Employed is heavily pushing in the city. And so far, I think that might be a chance for them to catch some of the Fumes tanks off guard. So maybe this game is not over yet. Let's see.
It's like, it feels like the old like 1970s, 80s, where like if there's a football match, you have to hear it onto the radio. You don't have the screen. You just listen to it and try to figure out what is going on.
I'm giving my best to be the radio moderator in this scenario, and to keep the viewers updated, although they can't see the match. But yeah, so far not looking good for Fumes.
For Fumes.
Yeah, I mean they are pretty or they are caught with their tanks a bit. So yeah, I still think they will win it, but somewhat Employed is somewhat Employed surprised them a bit, and they are not going down without a fight. The Employed gamers.
Wait, they've won the
So,
first
yeah, we'll
game?
see. No, they lost the first game, but they will not lose the second game without a fight. That's what I
Anyways, we have a second tank coming in, commenting into the 1-2. It's gonna be Seabass in his 279E, joining up with Licenciado in his IS7. It's not really gonna achieve anything. He's just reinforcing, kinda.
I mean, not only reinforcing, I think, because there's more tanks committing in towards the 1-2 line. The IS7's also
Oh
going.
god, Gothics peaking and bleeding down to 782.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I don't think. Oh yeah, he saw the IS7s coming in. He tried to give one shot to them, and in return he received like 3 shots. Actually,
but he should
Cine
never-
is just gonna group up, and they're just gonna peek together and get a free pick onto Gothics. But the thing is, the Donner has rotated every single tank on the A line towards the 1-2, so they're gonna be doing a repush as soon as Cine starts peeking onto Gothics here. Tanzop is trying to bait them into pushing this. They are gonna be pushing. They're not gonna
Tanks
commit
beating it
though.
out, though.
Are they committing? Oh,
Yeah.
Cine is baited so much here. They don't know about everything behind here.
Yeah, but the thing is, the side of Döner is so well set up for this. Cine needs to do something in the middle though. now.
Actually,
They need to make
actually
it
though, if like Donner decides to repush this, Cine actually has double STRB in the back
yeah,
to.
no, but the thing is, Pasta, why would Döner repush? They are on defense. They have a good setup, and the only real danger they are in at the moment is
It's
a
the middle.
stronger middle play coming out from
Oh,
the side of Cine.
but this
Cine
is very smart from Donner right now. The 279s in the middle, they're just playing very passive. They don't even care about it.
Yeah, but it's also really bad from the side of Cine, because Cine opting to play towards the left side of the middle while they are.
Well, they're stronger on
playing
the city.
towards the right
Yeah.
side. Yeah, they should be playing on towards the right side, trying to clear the tanks that are in the middle for Döner. But yeah.
Anyways, we have 4 IS7s leaving the 1-2, leaving only Sivas in his 279E to single-handedly watch the 1-2 line, and then meanwhile we have double 279E and Aleo and his can opener rotating from the middle towards the city.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the can opener rotating though, because it's not really gonna do anything in the city.
I'm not sure either, but I have to admit, Pasta, this is not a bad play by the side of Cine, because they picked up.
Oh, Tansop down to one shot. Tansop actually dies in the building. He actually.
Yeah, also taking bleed though for this. Actually bleeding a lot from Luca in his Badger. He's gonna bleed one more even, I think.
He actually gets unspotted, so he's going
He
to
gets
be
unspotted,
safe.
okay. No, but like really smart play from the side of Cine. They picked up Gotzik. They knew Tansov was already down HP, so they anticipated that they could leave for free because they wouldn't get spotted. So yeah, pretty smart from them actually.
Yeah, actually, I understand why Tansop had to peek there, because Cine wasn't peeking with their IS7s anymore. It forced Tansop to trade together info, which cost him his death. Anyway, Gyrister in his can opener in a frontal spot, so he's just gonna get down without any trade available. We also have. This forces the repush from Donner onto the 1-2 line, and that is exactly what they're gonna do. Sivas is first tank in the 1-2 to receive it. Actually, Cine left the 1-2 without any STRBs in the.
Yeah, but that's really dumb, because the tanks of the side of Döner are, if they are smart, they're just gonna switch up to middle now. The tanks in middle from the side of Döner are just gonna switch towards the left side, which they already did. And yeah, now they have a map split basically, and since Cine gave up all their positions, they don't have any control.
Oh, they don't know about Damian.
Oh.
Damian is not spotted at all. It's gonna be a huge surprise for them later in the game.
Yeah, he's gonna farm so much though as well, because he can shoot unspotted, I think, on towards the guys. I mean, they will just push him out eventually, but he's gonna be able to farm before they push him out.
We have instant push onto the A line coming in from Cine.
Yeah, but it's also
But they're just
bad.
gonna bleed a lot here because there's double I7 in the bunker. Serve actually dying on the road here, and they don't even have enough to kill 1-2 right now. And as I said, Damian is still. He's gonna start peeking now and putting crossfire into the middle, and Cine is gonna be wondering why the fuck is there an E5 there?
Cine did a really good play by rotating the tanks out of the 1-2 line because they know they could do it unspotted. And they did a really, really bad play by just pushing City and trying to continue on towards the A line, probably anticipating or probably thinking, oh well, every tank from the side of Döner has probably went down the one line, but yeah, they didn't.
And then Damian in the E5 now, coming out from 1 to 9-0. Cine is scratching their heads. Why is there an E5 in the city right now?
No, this is
Just this is over.
Really well, yeah, this is really, really well played by Döner once again. I think in this matchup or in this game, the right thing from Cine, once they realized, but to be fair, they didn't even clear a 9, a 0 properly.
They didn't.
They left Damien alive, which also cost them the game somewhat. No, but as soon as they know that the 9 line or that the A8, A9 is clear, they should always be switching up their focus on towards middle, because in the middle there's still a lot of the Cine tanks pretty healthy as well, and you can just re-push the middle and hide between the houses. There are so many good positions there. Yeah, that would have been the...
Okay, I was getting thirsty from my yapping session, and my mom just gave me a strawberry yogurt from Starbucks. Let's go.
Oh my god, man! You're just you're such a spoiled brat.
And it's a paper straw, man. Oh my god.
I mean, don't complain now. You have Starbucks. You think in Germany there's a Starbucks station that is open at 4 in the morning? I don't think so. So I'm not complaining. No, but in the meantime, they're not convincingly closing down this game, winning 4-1 against Cine, and also kicking them out of the tournament. Therefore.
Yes, I expected a lot more from Cine, to be honest. I expected them to make a deeper run, because what they showed in Phase 1 against Cracked and Dopa was very convincing. But anyways, GG's to Cine. They're out of the tournament. Congratulations for Donor to making it to semifinals. I believe it's gonna be against. Let me check really quickly. It's going to be against Cracked, which is going to be tomorrow.
Yes. It's also going to be a really interesting game that we are, of course, also going to watch. I think that's the game that we'll be watching as well, because I think it's more interesting. But yeah, we'll see. In the other game though, which is not over yet, it's only 2-0 for Fumes. We just went into the first game on Fish Bay, and yeah, for the lineups pasta. Oh my god! Cookie actually going down in his EBR! Well, I guess we don't have to go over the lineups now, because there's already one tank missing.
Oh,
but let's quickly look through the lineups. For the side of Fumes, we have 6 260s, 1 IS7, Quadruple 279, double E5, 1 STRV, only 1 EBR. And for the side of Employed, it's gonna be 6 IS7s, no, 8 IS7s actually, I can't count again. Triple mouse, double 279, 1 268, and there was 1 EBR, but Cookie already died. He just went down without even giving a single shot to Simon, I believe. Where's Simon? Ah no, Simon actually took a bit of bleed. So yeah, but still, the side of Employed already being one tank down, and at the same time there is a push coming out from the side of Fumes. They are aggressively playing for the 1-2 line, and they will try to catch off the IS7 of Incred and the 279 of Price off guard, because they probably saw it through Simon, because I remember Simon was doing a run like this. They probably saw the push from Employed coming out towards the city. So yeah, they will be pushing out the 1-2 instead, and in the same time Alex in his IS7 is just gonna run back really far back in his IS7, take a defensive position. A-King should also probably leave, if I'm honest. He shouldn't stay there. He should be
going back to H3.
Yeah, but Yeah.
I don't know the
But
positions from Fumes right now. Their positions are kind of bad. Like they're not even. Okay, they're
Yeah,
leaving
good
one
though,
too.
'cause
Okay, they're leaving one too.
they are doing the smart thing. They are re-pushing towards the middle, and they will be trying to take out the tanks in middle. But they are so healthy. Like the tanks that Employed has put in the middle of them is the Mousers, triple Mousers actually, and War Machine, Extinction, and Creamy taking smart positions as well. Is gonna be really costly for them to re-push this. And
I mean, though, if they win, if they can repush, like kill all of these, and then they can cut the map, and they can kill all the IS7s on the north side. Well, I don't think
yeah.
it's gonna be working out for them that much well right now at the moment, as I'm seeing.
Yeah, because there's also this 279 of Big still alive, which was a crucial tank for
They still have a
Crossfire. He is
268
gonna
in the
go
southern
down.
side. They're just
Yes.
getting crossfired out.
Yeah, Big Bo actually driving on towards. Okay, Big Bo? Okay, he picks up tank at least. But yeah, I think this game is still over just because these two tanks are out of the game. These tanks are not really in the game.
They're
as
not
well.
contributing as well, yeah.
Yeah, so they are just gonna pick up or they're just gonna clean up this middle thingy, or what's left in the middle from the side of Employed. But Fumes still has to be careful though. It's not over yet.
It is not over yet, indeed. They're still down a lot of it's very similar HP.
And
Actually
they're also
not.
not using their HP properly in City because Hood is now running. He's on a one shot. He's gonna go down, while the tanks of Way2, Tai Lu, and Big Boo, they are stuck there. They're just getting crossfired right now. This isn't over at all, by the way.
Wait, the red team HP is Fumes tanks, no?
Yeah, I think it's bugged. Bugged.
Then it's over.
Yeah.
Because they were just driving in the middle of every single crossfire. They're getting crossfire from southern side. They were crossfired from the northern side. I think the triple mouse pick from side of Employed was very smart because it takes forever for them to kill, and also the double 2790s playing the behind spots, not getting caught that much easily, was also smart from them.
I do think though there were some misplays coming out from the side of Fumes as well. For example, I think the 260 of A King not running further and the IS7 of Alex also staying there or running back into this is a mistake, I think. Like how it should look realistically is I think that Alex should be staying there and that A King should be back there, and if they play the middle, or if like what Fumes did was not bad, but they need to slow down. They need to secure the picks on towards the tanks of Employed in the middle, as long as the tanks in the city or like on the far side of the city of Employed are out of the game. And after they picked up the middle, I think the right play would actually be to re-push into the base of Employed and to try and take out the 268. But yeah, I think Fumes doing a lot of things right in this game, but kind of overcooking in the end. And we see the 260s, the 260 of Attila doing 0 damage. Kiwi gonna be top damage in his STRV, 5.7k. On the other hand, though, we see the IS7. I think Stash was one of the.
Well, I have another
CD.
terrible color choices, and what's the score?
It should be 2-1 now for the side of Fumes.
It says 2-1 for Employed.
No, look what he just wrote in the channel.
Yeah, 2-1 for Employed.
Yeah. No, 2 is Fumes. Employed is 1.
Oh, why did he type like that? That's so confusing. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
no, it's 2-1 Employed, because if you look at after the second game, score was 1-1.
Oh, it is. I am wrong. Oh, you are right. Yeah, actually, my bad. I was clueless there for a second. actually, my name, or like giving my name all the how do I say it? Making my name come true. Like that is correct, I think. No, but like Okay, I didn't really expect them. I thought it was 2-0, but yeah, I well, I was wrong then. Apparently, the side of the side of Employed winning their highway, the second game, the one that we only briefly watched. Okay, I mean, I was clueless then.
You were clueless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So actually, kind of the upset. The side of Employed being up 2-1, also Fumes also beating Fumes on their defense. So like this is not looking good at all for the side of Fumes, because they are now facing Employed on defense, which is pretty hard on the fish bay, or it can be pretty hard if the setup is or if the side of Employed is set up well. And yeah, if they lose this game now, they are already on match point, and they are facing elimination from the tournament. But we'll have to see. Nothing is decided yet. Maybe I'm just yapping once again. Maybe I'm yapping too much. But yeah, we'll see. Actually, quite the interesting lineup coming out. Fumes picking yet another Fumes speciality tank once again. It's gonna be the Hori. So lineup wise, we have for the side of Fumes the double repick, 1 EBR, double E5. We have 4 279s again, and 4 260s, plus double IS7s.
Employed as 5 i7, triple 260, 5 2790 on STRB and EBR. So very Employed actually has one more tank to play the middle, which is gonna be the 2790s.
Yeah.
They have triple 260s for wherever they want to use it. They're gonna be using it probably on A line as a rotator tank.
Yeah. I mean, like.
So still pretty classic default
Yeah.
setup, if you would
Yeah.
ask me. EBRs are
Simon-
not going on the same side, so they're gonna be
Yeah.
not gonna be spotting each
Oh,
other. Simon doesn't
has
bleed any
avoided
HP.
A lot of shots. That is huge. He got weird ones, but all the other shots from the IS7 missed.
Oh, that's
So-
actually huge. Simon could have
Yeah.
just died there, and it would have been like very
Yeah,
bad for them.
He could have met the same fate that happened to Cookie the game before, where he instantly went down from the IS7 on the red line.
In the meantime, we have Sirei committing down the 1-2. I don't think he's even. He's actually gonna be known doing this right now. Sirei's gonna do a little bit of run there to proxy out the EBR if Cookie was there. Cookie is not there, unfortunately. And STRB is actually rotating on the A line already. Employed is kind of giving up 1-2 already, which is very interesting to see.
Yeah, I guess they are expecting Fumes to do a city push. That's the only reason, or that's the only explanation that I have for the SCLV of Flash playing low. Because the thing is, if the 260 of Ziray decides to pick up now, I think he has an angle to spot the SCLV when he tries to recross. So that could be potentially dangerous.
Anyways, we have. Big Tanker was starting on A line. He actually reinforces the middle with his extra 2790. Apart from that, nothing special going on. 2-minute mark, 8-minute mark, sorry, and then we have all of the Fumes tanks rotating towards the city.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fumes gonna be pushing towards city now. That's maybe gonna be a bad decision for them though, because keep in mind the tanks of Employed are more orientated towards the city. And
Fumes is actually oh, what a shot from Alex on the move. Incred actually beats him on the roll there. But still, I think Alex moving in is like just a bait.
Smart.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
I
a
think it's
bait
really
for
smart.
the rotations
gonna
right now.
bait. He's gonna bait. Also, the middle tanks, Big Tanker and War Machine, over peaking, and
Oh, they're
taking a
getting
lot.
this.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, ammo rack from the 260. That is actually
This is
unfortunate.
That is huge. That is huge for the side of Fumes, because this way they actually even out the middle brawl again. Because as you mentioned before, the side of Employed had more tanks in the middle because Big Tanker came reinforcing, but they threw away that instantly because War Machine got ammo racked. I don't even know how that's possible. We have to check the lineups afterwards, the setups afterwards, and also Big bleeding half his HP. So yeah, this is
Oh, he got
this
shot.
is a really good bait.
He got shot from the rocks on the city.
Yeah.
He angled it
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, he did. angle
Maybe
that.
maybe it's side up the turret. So, anyways, Fumes actually does a great play here. Alex committing in down 9-0. The team captain of Fumes. He actually baits out the rotation on the A line. Employed does realize that there's no push coming into the city and they're starting to rotate towards the A line. But I don't think it's gonna be that much. Maybe it's gonna be early enough for them.
It's gonna be barely in time. But
But,
keep in mind, though,
yeah,
Pasta,
yeah.
the thing is, the side of Fumes has the advantage in the middle.
Yes,
because
that
the
is what I
tanks
wanted to say right
are
now. Yeah.
So isolated. If the side of Fumes, tanks of side of Fumes, decide to play towards the left of the middle, they might be able to pick up Price for free. Big Tanker bleeding one more shot even, going down towards 800 HP. The thing that is gonna win Fumes the game most likely is the fact that they will win the middle, if anything.
Yes, I
And
agree.
That's the thing that will be
The
the
changing factor, the choosing
the
factor.
changing factor.
Oh, Hori putting in one shot to Price. That's gonna be huge. Way too crazy, and Hood is just gonna cross to the next building to give crossfire onto the 1-2. Employed is committing into the water with extra tanks. They're actually not spotted doing that. But anyways, here's a push from Fumes side. Ray taking the spearhead here down to 600 HP, but Fumes is actually pushing out from the push, which bleeding as well. Nexus hesitating as well. Arking stopping there as well. Everyone is.
smart, I think, though. Which
Yeah,
is
it is
smart,
actually a
though,
right play. Like they can crossfire the middle right now. They can win the middle, and then they can force Employed to repush the 1-2.
Yeah, this is a really smart decision from the side of Fumes. They know that they will bleed a lot for going up. I mean,
They are
kinda
still bleeding.
Yeah, they kind of executed bad still, but yeah, just like we said, the 279 of Price going down. In the meantime, also
There is winning the
279 of
city as
Big
well.
Going down. Yeah, they're winning the city as well. This game is over for the side of Employed already, I think, because like we talked, like we yapped, Buster, the middle was the deciding factor. Since Fumes managed to decrease the HP on the Employed tanks so well, also armor rating War Machine in the same way.
Incan actually ramming Simon.
Okay. No, but like, I mean, kind of lucky from the side of Fumes to ammo rack War Machine, although that might be a loader issue as well. But yeah, they just played the middle better. They did the bait also really good with the IS-7 of Alex, who is still alive, by the way.
He's
hasn't
still
died yet.
alive, yeah. And we have
And-
Attila in the 260 hunting down Cookie in his EBR.
Yeah, this game is
This game is pretty much cooked. They still have 3 minutes. They can wrap around from A line. Their EVR is gonna get caught. Their middle is already lost. And they're all stuck in A1, A2. The best they can do is sit there trying to get a reset for 3 minutes, but I don't think that is an option available. Cookie goes down.
Actually, Kiwi picking up Cookie in his EBR, quite the shot with his Hori from middle with the shell velocity it has. And yeah, so now it's just a matter of how long are these Employed tanks able to survive in this ditch, in this isolated position, and I can tell you that much. It's not gonna be long, Pastor.
Yeah, it's not gonna be long. It's pretty much
They will
over. It's just a
circled and go down.
it's just a cleanup session at this point.
Also, kind of funny, we talked about it earlier, Pastor. You casting in Korean and I and me switching to German.
Hmm?
In this heat of the battle, in this excitement, I actually switched to German for a second because I forgot who I was talking to. So the German viewers in this podcast are probably gonna have a little laugh because in the middle of the battle I said genau, which means exactly. And
Scheiße.
I mean, nothing in this game is shitbuster, so no need for me to yell scheiße.
Oh, another ammo rank. That's one HP ammo rank, but whatever, it's still an ammo rank. Yo, Yape has a hold down now.
I don't know though how the tanks of Employed are getting ammo ranked if I'm honest, because if they are playing with the correct setup, they should not blow up Buster. Like if they are playing experimental hardening, I think the chances of them getting armor wrecked are really, really low.
They are playing with experimental hardening, but I guess it's just unlucky
Okay.
in terms of events.
So wait, set
We're gonna
being on 2.8k on War Machine.
jump on him.
War Machine.
Jump.
War Machine actually not playing with experimental hardening.
You.
Because War Machine is on 2.6k HP, like 2.620, and Bobcat being on 2.840. So I think, wait.
Huh? Wait,
not
I'm
smart
waiting.
enough.
I'm waiting.
What does that exactly mean? Well,
Tell them to
let
get
me
field
just-
mods. Yo, I got an invitation to the detachment for an advance.
Oh my god. Is it Riff inviting? Because if it's Riff, it's time to dodge this broadcast right now.
Ah, shit.
Is
Anyways,
not Riff?
we go to our third map of this series. It's going to be, hang on a second, I'll quickly find it out. It's going to be Westfield.
And which pick is it? Like, is it from?
It's from Fumes.
Which is really good for them. I'm guessing then the Fish Bay pick was a employed pick, right?
Fish Bay was employed pick, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Fumes going 1-1 on the employed map pick, and now they have everything in their hands to win both their both the games on their map pick and to pick out employed of the tournament. We will see. And also in the meantime I will do some researching on how it is looking with 279. Okay.
Well, I'm giving a little bit of ASMR here. Eating the strawberry yogurt given from my mom.
Bro, I hate you so much for eating in my ears, Pasta. I could say some... Huh?
Oh my
Can you
god.
stop moaning?
That's so icy. Oh my god. It hit my hair. In my head, man. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good.
Funny getting brain fused, but then start moaning all of a sudden. Okay, Pasta. I see. I didn't think it was that type of broadcast, but I guess now that you started to moan, it is this type of podcast. Anyways, I just checked, by the way, Pasta, and so basically how the ideal 279 should look is 2.6k, 2.640 HP, so like 2640 HP, which is the right field mod, experimental hardening, and I'm guessing War Machine just didn't have the right field mod. He just, on the last slot, he either picked nothing, or he picked the, oh, well, hold on a minute. I think he didn't pick the field mod at all. Oh my god, I'm not gonna go into this because I'm just gonna get brain damage. Okay, so, is everybody readied up? Yes. Okay.
Oh shit, I wasn't showing the battle results.
I mean, it's fine, Pasta, because look at what we have now. The match of the can openers. The matchup of the can openers.
One thing I like to highlight here in Phase 1, Employed versus Fumes on Westfield. Employed wasn't ready with anything. They got shat on 2-0.
Ooh,
And then they saw Fumes bringing can openers, and then they started bringing can openers. So let's see what that makes a difference in this game.
I mean, I can already tell you, Pasta, that the side of Fumes, that bringing 5 can openers, they will have the can opener overmatch, which is gonna be crucial in this matchup. I can already feel it. So additionally to the can openers, Fumes picking quadruple ES4 actually, 1 milli, double 260, 1 STRV, and double EBR actually.
Employed bringing 4 can opener, double new chieftain, 1 IS7, triple 260, 1 Clan Wars chieftain, a CS, a STRV, and double EBR. Interesting to see double EBR on Westfield from both sides. Employed actually, they're scared of the can opener advantage. They're not gonna fight the top side. They're just gonna go down to the middle.
Well, actually, Pasta, it's not 1 CS.
It's a hurricane.
Well, okay.
Okay,
No, but
Cookie
yeah,
just getting destroyed by the double EBRs.
Yeah.
But,
No, but
they're getting chased on by the 260s. They should be able to run away.
I don't know if that's the play though, because they are not gonna bleed 2 EBRs for this match. What is Big Tanker and what is Poi expecting? Although I don't really like this play from Fumes, immediately committing down the can openers in towards the middle of the map. That is not a good position to be playing the can openers, is it? Oh, I mean, it might be, because Big Boo and some of the Fumes tanks actually pushing up really far. Big Boo bleeding 1 shot for this, 2 shots. I think he's really lucky to be getting away with this, because
He's bleeding another shot.
Bleeding another shot. He should be dead for this, because he did a huge misplay by committing in towards this. I thought for a second they were pushing, which I don't know. It would have been somewhat of a good thing, but yeah,
Alex picking up with his can opener, trying to double shot. He only does 1 shot. Alex is actually gonna die. He actually drives down to stay safe. Oh, what is he?
Bad.
What is he doing?
Really bad from the side of Fumes. Really bad play from the side of Fumes. I think they should have just stuck with their play, and they should. Oh, maybe
they're gonna pick up.
That bad, though.
They're gonna pick up the EBR as well, though. So I
Yeah.
guess it's not really that good battle of a trade. But Hood is now in the open with the maybe he's gonna die soon.
He's gonna get safe.
He
though.
can
It's
get
not-
safe, yeah. He can get safe between the buildings, but he needs to stay alive. He does stay alive,
Yeah.
which is good for
He
him.
does stay away. I don't really like this play by Fumes. I think if they actually would have had balls, and if they would have pushed towards the A line instantly.
Oh,
I
Cookie
think
might
the
get caught
game
here.
would have been over. Huh? Oh, he does get caught. Oh my god, this is so bad, by the way.
Oh, what a shot from way too from the middle. Cookie goes
Yeah,
down,
that's
but
really
Incred
bad.
is here now. But I don't think the double EVR from the Fume side is actually just
I
gonna
think they
fight
have
with
to be
Incred.
careful, though.
Oh my god, Incred just driving in. He's gonna try to 2v1 the EVRs. He's gonna spot Simon and Dua, and he's gonna try to spot them for the can openers from the middle. And Incred is gonna pick up Dua, cause Incred is kinda in the open right now for Fumes right now. Oh, actually he goes. I think there was an EBR rack in front. He was safe.
That was an
There was a
overcommit from
there was a
Fumes.
yeah there was good play from Incred there to kill Dua and force Simon away from the
to clear
corner.
out Simon. I think, like I said earlier, if Fumes would have like if they would have done the A line play, I think they would have been fine now, because the thing is, if they would have pushed down the A line with the tanks they had and with the can openers supporting from middle, they would have instantly caught the chieftain and the can opener of War Machine, and I think there was another can opener. They would have instantly caught these tanks off guard, and they could have even continued pushing all the way down to A9, A0, and I think this game would have been open. That would have been over by then.
Fumes doesn't have a tank to retake the corner. They don't have a CS to play in this game, but they're gonna try to retake the corner with Nexus in the 260,
Yeah,
and then
but this
double
is gonna be
IS7.
so
But this is gonna be so costly. Yeah, they're gonna bleed so much for this.
Yet the thing is, the side of Employed still being set up, Incred spotting for the tanks in the middle, for the IS7s, the 260s, and then the can opener of Creamy. And I think the play for Fumes if there is a play left,
They need to use Simon, which is the only surviving light tank in this game. He needs to try to clear out the middle area so he can receive crossfire from the K line, and then they can retake the corner. That is the only play for Fumes right now, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because look, the side of Employed also setting up the chieftains, the double chieftain and one can opener, on towards the 0 line. Meaning, because the chieftains are fairly quick, they might even be able to repush into the corner. Because if okay, there's the corner repush coming out from Fumes.
They actually push it before Simon does the thing. They are gonna take the corner though. They're gonna be pushing Incred out.
Because the thing is, they're just gonna push Incred out. Incred is gonna run, and he's gonna survive. Probably. Is he?
He should bleed from the middle for this.
Oh, he gets spotted.
Yeah, he needs to die. He needs to die. Attila missing his shot. Zirei connecting one. Nexus will be able to finish. No, Nexus misses his shot. But in the meantime though, Simon is spotting all the tanks in the middle from Employed, the can opener and the 260 and the I7s. Zirei actually bleeding more than necessary here. I don't know why they're peeking like this. They should be crossfiring the tanks on the
Nexus
D7 right now.
Nexus is getting tracked as well. He takes one more shot from the STRB from Stash. The thing is, this play that Fumes just did, it just forces out a rotation from the tanks of Employed towards the B7 line, meaning that they will probably push up now and try to play from there. But yeah, I think that the game has fully shifted. Fumes has to be careful now, but I think it's over because they have all the positions. There's nothing, or there are not that much positions where Employed can stay right now that are safe for them. So
thing is those but if they want to win, Simon needs to be getting some spottings on towards the Hurricane and the STRB here, and he needs to be like spotting for the 260 and the can openers under. And also one thing I like to say is like they don't have enough HP on the southern tanks to actually push and force the STRBs out. They're now gonna do it with Hood and the Mibi. He picks up Incred. I think Incred tries to make a hull down there for STRB, but it's not really easy to use a hull down as an STRB.
And also Simon still needs to be careful because I think he's driving, but he's not driving as careful as he could be maybe, because he needs to keep in mind that if he's unlucky, the chieftain could have been able to outspot him there for a second, because I think there's a gap. But yeah, this game is...
Picking up a chieftain there, that's huge, yeah.
This game is over.
But you can still argue that there's only 2 minutes 20 left. But the chieftain, but thing is that the Price and Sedge is gonna get picked up soon. Chieftain down to a 1-shot.
Yeah.
And Stash is gonna die soon with his STRB as well. He put down to a 1-shot, but they do pick up the STRB.
Yeah, no, like the play actually from the side of Employed, rotating the chieftains and the can opener of Bobcat towards E0. It looked okay in the beginning, but the way Fumes played it out, it was just a death sentence for them, because they are all gonna go down from the middle. They have nowhere to hide. They can't get unspotted because the EBR of Simon, who is still alive, is just gonna outspot it, because
Creamy getting set on fire, so he's dead instantly.
Because that's, I think, is a difference or a thing that I notice a lot with the games of Employed. Their EBRs going down a lot of the times really early in the game, and that allows the enemy team to have the vision, have the information. We can see it in this game just fine. Like the EBRs of Cookie and of Yape going down early in the game. Yape getting caught really deep in the K line, and Cookie getting caught in the corner, in the K0 corner, and you could even argue that Fumes threw away the EBR of Dua, and but in the end they still had one EBR left, who was able to then outspot the chieftains, to spot the middle, to provide really important information. So yeah, I think that's a really important thing in this game actually.
I just gave another ASMR.
Oh my god. Man, I have to work in 2 hours. I'm cooked, I think. In 5 hours I'm cooked.
Imagine working.
Yeah, but looking at the scoreboard, Dash gonna be top damage in his STRV doing 6.3k, but it's still not gonna be enough for the side of Employed to win this series actually. And I have to admit, this looked really close at certain
I agree.
at certain points, and I wasn't believing this entire time that Fumes will take it home, but yeah, they win it. So they are up 1-0, and now they are on defense, if I remember correctly, right?
They are on
Because,
defense, so they have two
yeah.
chances to close out. They have this.
Yeah.
If they lose this, they have Malinovka as tiebreaker. What a map to play as tiebreaker.
I mean, even bigger of a map. If you keep in mind, for the OGs, for the knowers, we have a player on the side of Fumes, whose name in game is actually Malinovka. Okay, it sounded funnier in my head. Not gonna lie, but yeah. Okay, just some German, not funny humor. Forgive me, everybody, but yeah, I think Fumes has good chances to close out the game. They won their attack on their map pick, as they should, and they're now going to the defense on their map pick, which they should also win, because I think it's easier to defend this map if you know what you're doing and if you're not doing the MVP.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. I can tell you that.
I mean, do you like ever know what you're doing?
No.
That's the question.
No.
See? So,
Oh my god, man! I need to go see the dentist.
Just
Cause my wisdom tooth is holy shit. Oh my god.
You are the most random person, I swear to God. Like, in the middle of this series, first of all, you come up with, oh my god, my mom just brought me a strawberry shake from Starbucks. Then, second thing, you are just out of nowhere, oh my god, my wisdom teeth. Bro, I have to go to the dentist.
I can't.
Bro, man, you have the fucking...
I can't close
army
my
coming
fucking
up.
mouth, man. Oh my god, I need to keep yapping.
Bro, man, you have the fucking army coming up. How will you go to the army if you have your fucking wisdom tooth literally bothering you? You will yap the entire time. You will cry. Because it's only gonna get worse. It's okay. Okay, so we have the lineups and we are going into the first match point for the side of Fumes. Or for the only match point for the side of Fumes. The lineups, it's gonna be even more.
Even more. No, it's can openers.
It's gonna be it's the same amount of can openers actually. So it's 5 can openers for the side of Fumes. It's 4 i7s, 1 Mivi, double 260, 1 STRV, double EBR.
We have 3 can opener, double chieftain, IS7, 4 260s, a clan wars chieftain, double CS, and double EVR. And yes, 1-star hurricane.
Actually, that's right. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
so-
Employed is scared again because Fumes has 2 more can openers, so they're not fighting the top side at all.
Smart choice. The can opener just such a great tank, such a such a good tank. Like you said earlier, Pasta, it has so much aura. The players of Employed are just too scared.
Well, Yave getting
against
nuked
it.
by the double EBR again. Dua down to a one shot though. And they're getting chased on. What is this? It's Tom and Jerry going on here. The Subway Surfers, Dua and Simon, the Subway Surfers are trying to run. Dua actually gets caught by big tanker police. He's gonna go down. And there's only one EBR left for the side of Fumes. And they lost entirety of 9-0, it seems like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is not good though, I think. Because they don't have control over 9-0 as well. But the thing is though, they are on defense. Keep that in mind at the start. And they...
Oh my god. Okay. We have double CS from the side of Employed to farm this entire push. And the double to 60 out, yeah?
I'm confused yet again. This is really aggressive from Fumes on their defense. They
I mean, though, they're...
hate to push. They do hate to camp, apparently.
But it's actually working out for them. Them pushing down to the corner instantly has forced the rotation out to instantly give up everything. All the map control they took in the north from Employed, they have given it up. And now all the can openers here, the 260 is just getting crossfire from the corner and the top side as well. Like, they're just dead now.
This is cooked now. I think the side of Employed opting for the wrong play. I think the play in this scenario is not to go back to base, but to just continue pushing on.
Oh, you could still argue that all of Fumes' tank has committed to the downside. So if Employed knows this, they can just start retaking the top side, and they should be
and they also
fine.
Have keep that in mind. They still have double EBR left alive, and there's no tank from Fumes able to go back to cap.
Yeah, there's gonna be a cap starting by the WBR. Simon is in the south. He won't be able to make it all the way back to the base. So I don't think Fumes. There's any scenario Fumes wins here, even they start capping themselves as well.
I don't think so. I think the Kiwi, the STRV of Kiwi doesn't make it in time. This is over. I mean,
he can make it, but he won't be able to spot.
He can maybe try and climb, because the thing is, if the STRV...
but the thing is though, this is Fumes' defense. So if they draw, then it's a win for Fumes.
Yeah, but they're not gonna draw, Pastor.
No, if they can time the kill well, then oh no, Simon dies.
This is over. This is going into tiebreaker, and I think Kiwi also did a mistake by
Oh, he nearly hit it.
That was so close. I think it is also a misplay though from the side of from Kiwi actually. Well, kills coming out.
No, they need to kill. They can't.
Yeah, they can't draw it. No, like, but I think this is just it is just a misplay from Kiwi as well, because he never makes it in time anyways in his STRV. I think the play in this is to just stay on top and try somewhat hit a lucky blind shot and blind the EBR of cap. I think that's the only thing he can do in this scenario. But yeah,
can't believe you're going to tiebreaker.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I just want to go to bed. But yeah, we are going to tiebreaker, and I have to be honest though with you, Pasta. I think this game would have been over even earlier for the side of Fumes if Employed would have committed to the base rush on the side of Fumes earlier, because realistically, Pasta, if Employed just continues driving with their tanks and they try and establish something on K-line to somewhat cover their base, I think they will win the game. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just Yapping. Okay.
If Fumes loses this, it's gonna be the biggest embarrassment they got in a while.
Yeah. Also keep in mind, Pasta, because Store just typed it in. Employed has the fastest attack, so
Employed is defending.
Yeah, And Big Tanker is already saying, we want defense. So, well,
Well, we have a timeout now. They're gonna be having a tactical timeout, not a technical. It's a tactical.
And I think they need it, Custom. And I think they need it because, like, keep in mind, Fumes is one of the teams that we and probably most of the others predicted to be top 3.
Yes.
And the way it's looking right now is that they're facing the tournament exit because, yeah, Fumes is going to be the attacking team. And I can guarantee you one thing, Pasta, and that is that Big Tanker won't be making a play in this game. He will
just sit.
so deep into the into the positions at in the corner of the map that it will be hard for Fumes to dig them out. Because that's one thing I noticed.
Both teams are using their timeouts.
Yeah. No, but that's one thing I noticed for Fumes a lot, I think. They are on defense and they still opt to play really aggressively, which honors them. But I don't know if it's the right choice every time. Because, for example, keep in mind the fish bay defense, Pastor.
Oh yeah.
We had the side of Fumes aggressively pushing into the city. Or aggressively pushing the middle first of all, then pushing into the city. Pushing the middle not being a bad play, but pushing into what city being the overcook, being the bad play, and that losing them the defense. And now on the second Westfield, on their defense again, Fumes opting to play really aggressive instead of just playing for more balanced, more control type of strategy, which might have worked out better against Employed. Because this way, they committed everything to one side. They won the brawl against Employed, but they didn't have the tanks left to stop the cap. So, yeah, that's what lost them the game in the end. So, I'm not sure if it's the right.
I don't think Fumes is locked in enough tonight.
I mean, don't jinx it yet. Because let's keep in mind, or let's keep in mind the players that are on the roster of Fumes in the end. They have I wouldn't say the much better roster, but they have the better roster for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I still think these players are able to make the difference for the side of Fumes, but it should never get to this point.
It should never go to tiebreaker in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 4 minutes. We have 3 minutes. My bad. Left until we go into the 60-second countdown. So 4 minutes left. And yeah, I have to say, Pasta, I don't know how you're feeling, but I could use some sleep by now. This is
the last game though. This is the last game though. Yeah. You gotta stay up for 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Let's just hope these 10 more minutes don't cost me more brain cells though, because I have to admit I already lost some brain cells this evening already again, and yeah, I just hope that Fumes will log in and show that they deserve their
third, fourth place spot. Yes.
Yeah. That they, and also that they want their 4th place, because I think knowing Alex as the team captain of Fumes, he always wants the best result for his team, and he always and he was somewhat also expecting them in the start of the tournament to finish on 3rd or 4th place, or finish them. He expected them to finish on 3rd. So it would be quite the embarrassment for him if he ends up losing against Employed. So yeah, let's just hope the Fumes players are now locked the fuck in. That's all I'm gonna
Funny thing to point out is that in phase 1, Employed was the last place actually. They were 8th place with 2 points.
Yeah,
And they're currently bringing their shit towards Fumes right now.
yeah.
Somehow.
Really? You have to really give. Oh my god, I had to yawn. I'm sorry, but no. We have to give Employed credit where credit is due, because, like you said, they were on the last place in phase 1 of the group, and at some point they were also sitting not that comfortably in the phase 2 lower group, and they really crawled, or they really pulled themselves back into this tournament. They not only managed to secure the playoffs itself by winning against MVP in this match that we yapped about earlier already, but also they are now on match point against Fumes, which we already yapped as well. Should be the better team on a normal day. So yeah, we will see.
Well,
We
I'm
can
sure I'm
see
gonna count how many
lineups.
two STRVs.
Yeah. We can
Well,
see the
I only
lineups now.
see 2.
Ah,
Oh, I
it's
see
gonna stay.
oh my god, I see a double mouse from Fumes. Oh.
I see a Manticore coming out as well from the side of Employed. It's gonna stay with the 2 STLVs, but this looks like this looks like it can't be set up just as we imagined for the side of Employed. So Employed going into this tiebreaker game with 4 IS7s, with 4 260s as well, with triple 279, double STRV, 1 EBR, 1 Manticore, and with triple spectators actually.
Fumes says IS7, double mouse. Wait, how many is this? 9 260s, 279 CS and EBR. Single lighting for Fumes and double mouse. Interestingly, they were anticipating the camp, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so as well. The thing being as well, Fumes actually opting to not play with a triangle at all. They will just use the mouses to anchor their base, and they will play with all the other tanks full on hill. Like
Poi is actually gonna spot everything from the side of Fumes here. They actually, I think he did see everything going onto the hill, and that causes Employed to start pushing down the southern side. Attila here is gonna get caught though. He's not in a safe spot. He's just gonna die here for free.
Yeah, this is a really good reaction from the side of Employed coming out already. They know that Attila is too far committed and that he's just a free pick. Simon won't be able to cover for him that well because he is only a mouse after all. He doesn't have DPM, or he doesn't have that much DPM. And apart from the mouse, there's nobody else to really cover.
Well, there are some damage shots being given, but apart from that, there won't be anything else happening. It's gonna be I'm gonna be curious though if Fumes actually decides to repush the southern side.
Yeah,
but they're not opting to do it.
Yeah, and that's the smart thing to do, because if they would repush, you can already see Employed anticipating the possible repush on the base of Fumes, and they are already going back. Oh my god, my fucking voice. They are already going back with the 260s and the IS7s. So yeah,
And Fumes also anticipating that they're now rotating themselves as well back towards the hill.
Yeah. The thing is, this is now a stalemate because they split the map. But you could argue that the side of Employed has not only taken more map already from Fumes, a little bit more because they control their base, but they also picked one tank for free as well. They have Attila, who was too far committed, and he just went down without any bleed or not enough bleed coming in for him. And now, basically, the only thing that's left for the side of Fumes is to
Blind
force
push, blind push the north.
Is to force a heavy push down the hill, and that's not a guaranteed win.
And that is exactly what they're gonna do. Aking, Zeray, Hasaka, way too crazy. Big Bo's also gonna join in as well. It seems like Alex is also driving in towards them.
Yeah, but they're spotted really early from Cookie in his EBR. I think,
even if they get spotted though, I think it's still fine because they can take the map control and they can try to crossfire Poi out in the middle.
They can, but Ailu in his 279 has to be really careful, by the way.
Oh, they're just gonna
Because
go
he
for
is
it. They're
driving
just
down.
gonna go for it. Oh my god,
And
this is so cooked.
Yeah, this is over. They will lose this.
I don't know if they're gonna keep committing. Oh, they're actually gonna keep committing. Then
Yeah,
it's pretty much.
this is over. This is
Nexus
over.
gets set on fire. Nexus the first tank to die.
This is over. This is over.
In the meantime, they're picking up Poi in the middle with the double 260s, but there's just so many tanks being thrown away on the northern side of the map.
This game is over, I think, because the side of Fumes, although hold up for a second, the HP is somewhat.
No.
but
The double
positions
mouse,
are
double
so
mouse,
good.
double mouse,
Yeah.
double mouse
Yeah,
has all
true,
HP.
true. No, like this one is cooked. This is the upset of the tournament.
They're gonna pick up. They're not gonna pick up anything. Alex is dead.
This
It's
is
over.
over.
It's over.
And-
Wow.
And even if they, because that's what they will do, even if they win their base, they are still on defense, the side of Employed. So they can just sit in one grid square and it wouldn't even matter. The fight kind of evening out a bit now, but
Rights are evening out, but there's 3 tanks down, I believe.
yeah, the 3 tanks down.
Down
And
by
keep in
HP
mind-
as well. All the HPs
Yeah.
are on the double mouse.
Keep in mind, yeah, there's 6.5k HP on the mouses. This double driving in now. I think they're going next actually, or like.
But there's no next
they're
though.
accepting their fate. Yeah,
They need to try though at least. They're gonna pick up War Machine from the crossfire from Kiwi in the CS, but what else they can do? They still have Dua alive in the EBR.
Yeah,
But-
but the thing is though, Basta, they lack the tanks. I
They
think,
they don't have enough
push
tanks.
into the one line because look, the side of Employed, they can just sit where they are all put up right now.
Listen.
The EBR might
Listen.
come in clutch though.
Listen. Mouse goes sideways on the cap.
Actually, Pastor, I might have to go back on my word. I think the EBR of Dua might be able to come in clutch now because the way
Cookie is actually a one shot here and he's just playing safe. Taylor actually, I think he has a hold down here maybe, Taylor?
he has as well. But the thing is, the players of Employed, they went towards the wrong positions, I think, because they are just sitting in positions where they can.
Oh,
get
this
around.
is exactly what I said. Mouse goes sideways on the cap. Oh, who doesn't make it to the cap though?
Yeah, but he's gonna beat as well so much.
Oh, he does actually make it just enough for Dua to cap. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Not like this, Employed. You had the entire game on your hand. Which is actually bleeding a lot right now. But Creamy goes
Yeah.
down. Taylor is going to be spotting everything himself.
The positions of the side of Employed are so dog shit because they, instead of like playing with more tanks towards where Stash is playing, or playing with more tanks towards where Extinction is playing, they opted or they decided to play the STRVs in the.
They're actually gonna lose like this. They're actually gonna lose
Yeah.
like this.
It's over. They don't have any control anymore.
the entire game, and then they just.
Yeah, but it's literally just lost on the fact that Employed decided to sit. Like, yeah, Fumes is gonna choose a game. This game is cooked. This game is over. Oh my god, this is.
No,
I mean-
man, don't never keep the possibilities out, okay?
I mean, I am a big.
Like you gotta be like the professionals always take all the possibilities.
Okay, let me be really professional for a second and let me tell you, Fumes should never have
Won this game.
Like, although I am opting or I am voting or I'm rooting for Fumes in this matchup, they should have never won this game. Like, I mean, first of all, Employed all running into one corner, then running into the wrong side of the corner because they should just stay in the water. They should never play up because they know Fumes have taken the base. So, okay.
At least you can go sleep now.
All I'm gonna say is, Fumes will have to really do something if they want to get that
Get to their
spot.
third place.
Because
Yeah,
the next team that they will probably face,
they will
because-
face Dopa.
Yeah, the next team that they're going to face is Dopa first of all now, but after that it's gonna be a third place match against the side of Döner when they lose against, correct, which is gonna happen, I am guessing. And if Fumes is playing like they did now against Döner, and Döner is playing like they did today, Fumes will lose this one.
Anyways, that's it for us today. That's all the games
I'm-
we had. Were you entertained? I was entertained.
Yeah, I think this was an actually really interesting,
Yeah.
really interesting evening. Like,
Anyways, tomorrow we come back at the same time with Cracked Donatello first game, and then Dopa Fumes coming up, and then there's a third place game we're having, and then the grand finals of this tournament. Alright, that's it for us today. I hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed. Let's see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching, guys.